You see him kind of, he looks at you guys and he points over to just a random kind of house. He says, "I'll meet you guys over there."
Okay.
And he moves the cart.
We can just ride on the cart. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to hop on, or
I'm assuming we have to wait for the prince, so she doesn't.
Yeah.
So you guys meet up with him, and you can tell he's obviously kind of agitated and annoyed about the fact that he had to move the cart. Are you going to believe it? The nerve of these guards over a simple fire. You believe that?
No, what happened? What do you know? What caused the fire?
She puts a hand out, just like shut the fuck up.
Well, apparently, and this is
Elbows.
just listening to my ears, listen, ears on the ground and all that jazz. Apparently, someone broke into the castle and tried to assault the queen, got caught, and set fire to the garden to escape. It was.
Well, at least they were caught.
They were never caught.
Oh, I thought you said he got caught.
Oh no, no one was caught. No.
Oh well, good thing we won't be here.
Oh, trust me, I wouldn't want to stay here another day. Pyromaniac or someone bold enough to attack the queen. I wonder if he was a friend of that orc. Heard about that.
Wait, I didn't hear you. What did you say, Cory?
Oh, I wonder if he was a friend of the orc, whoever attacked the queen. That's orc at the
one that
got
a queen.
Yeah.
A few adventures. You give them a few drinks, they give you a few stories, and one of them was what happened at the speech.
Yeah, it was.
You all were there. How,
yeah.
Was it real?
Well, I'm not keen to be next, so we'll call it a story.
A story.
Side note, DM, do I still have that bag that the necklace came in? Like
yes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to write it in case I had it or not.
He just kind of idle talks about the adventure. He does ask where you guys wanted your second stop to be, if you had one.
So,
and you guys, of course, Brittleman says your choice. He says, "Oh, are you sure about that? That's not the best place in the world. I don't know if you've heard the rumors or anything.
For sure."
Oh,
I heard some stories.
A stern look.
I heard some stories I'd like to check out. So
I see we're not all as excitable and pleasant in the morning as others. Fair enough.
I'm a bard. I have to always be happy.
And he kind of just straightens up and just starts eyes forward, waiting for the prince.
So are we in the car right now?
Yeah, you guys are in the cart, just kind of waiting. You did arrive an hour earlier, so. And you hear the movements of the guards. A large number of them. You don't see them, just from the distance. But you definitely hear all the guards. You hear the head guard yelling orders. And then you kind of see peeking over the top of the wall. You see the hair of the prince walking a lot slower than he normally does.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
But you see him. And as he kind of turns the corner past the gate, you see that he's surrounded by no less than 20 guards.
Jesus Christ! They better not be coming with us.
God.
You can clearly tell that he's annoyed by this. He doesn't like the fact that he has this entourage with him.
Sure.
They're not coming on the cart, are they?
You don't know.
No, whenever the prince comes up, she'll ask that.
I think Navun will be kind of trying to pat the dry dirt from her clothes.
He
I'm
doesn't
assuming you took a
acknowledge you.
shower, right?
Well, yeah,
There-
like a
there
shower,
are
but like the
bathhouse.
armor wise.
There are places you can clean your armor and stuff.
Oh,
like
okay,
that.
never mind then. Never
I was gonna say.
So yeah, as you make that comment about all the guards, he's oh gods, I hope not.
If they are, they're walking.
Right. Yeah, some of these guys are not the cleanest folk around. We do have a bit of a travel.
What
And
do
the
you
head
mean?
head guard walks up to you guys. He's like, I need names, and I need where you guys were the last 24 hours. There was an attack on the castle now to make sure that no one that's going to be in contact, since we won't be traveling with you directly. Make sure no one with ill intentions will be around. We'll, of course, will have one of our guardsmen assist us with this. And you see a guardsman that isn't wearing as much armor as the other ones. Pull out a book that pages turn by themselves. You know, as a magical tone, as the area around you guys kind of glows in this gold aura. And I need
Is this like a truth spell? This is a question out of character. Like, is this? Oh, it's not.
In character,
Fuck.
would Kestrel be able to notice if it's a zone of truth or not?
You 100% know that it's a zone of truth. You've seen this spell cast a million times.
All right.
In your time getting information. And I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at these.
Unless you willingly want to fail said charisma saving throw.
Hell no.
I got a 14.
Okay.
I need to look at my thing real quick. Hold on.
I got a 13.
Ooh.
Okay.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
So our
Fuck
14
everyone!
and our dirty 20 pass. Our 13 does not pass.
What? The only one that needed to pass.
So as this kind of circle of gold aura surrounds you, you feel like in your head you start trying to come up with an alibi. And then you feel instantly all of those kind of thoughts of lying and deceit leave your body. And you feel compelled to tell the truth as much as you can. And I will put the description of what the spell does.
Yes, please do.
Please, I don't remember it in the slightest.
And the guard that cast it review, then looks at Novo, nods at Novo, and the head guard steps directly into your line of sight as you're kind of like trying to avoid eye contact, and he looks at you and he says, all right, well, first you, name, first, last, of course. And he pulls out paper that has been written on. You can tell it's the same paper that the doctor had with the names on it.
No room, cashew.
All right. And where were you last night?
Oh, the prince is there! I forgot the prince was there.
I was at a number of places last night.
And those places being...
The prince isn't gonna chime in at all.
Well, I'm sure
The
you
prince
can
is
ask.
stone-faced.
You can ask the prince that I was at the castle after he had. I was at the castle last night, and then he kicked me out of the castle.
And the guard turns to the prince, and the prince just nods.
I was also at a bar last night.
We only care about whether or not you're at the castle during the time of the attack. We don't need all the extra. Thank you.
What
Then
time?
He turns to
Ah, shit, sorry.
to Kestrel. First and last, of course.
She looks annoyed for a minute because she doesn't like saying her full name. Kestra Aramir.
Thank you very much. Matches, and where were you last night?
My room at the inn, sleeping.
He looks you up and down. He's like, fair enough. I've seen you walk in and out of that inn a few times. Of course, we know who passed and who didn't on our little check, so it is up for me to eyeball it.
Oh, they know?
Yes.
Oh,
the
I didn't know
caster
they knew.
knows.
Oh,
The
shit.
caster knows who passed and who failed. And that is information that they did give.
I thought it was just the people who passed. Oops.
And then he turns to you, Vivian. First and last,
Vivian Kelfire.
matches, of course. And where were you last night?
At a bar. Then I went back to the inn that I'm staying at and slept.
We all slept in the same room.
He looks and he's like, you look like you've been to a bar too. Maybe you should
I'm
lay
sorry.
alcohol a little bit.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. They all, like, at the same time, just offended.
You look like you've
No, we heard you.
the bar apart. Maybe sleep on the travel. You are in the presence of the prince. Of
Isn't
course.
that kind of rude of you to say towards our friend?
I don't care if it's rude or not. If it's for the protection of the prince.
Oh, I'm sorry. The fact that she
Royal
drank.
family.
Are we done?
No, and he goes up to the driver, first and last,
Oh my god.
and you hear him mumble off a name, and he's like, "Oh, I know who you are. We drank yesterday together, actually." And
Stay over the bar. Bitch.
he does a quick inspection of the cart. You see him kind of feel underneath, make sure that there's nothing underneath the cart. You see some guys kind of check the wheels, make sure the wheels are good. They check inside the covered wagon just to make sure everything's safe.
Oh no.
They escort the prince on. They all give a salute, and then they go back to their posts.
Well, they're
And
fun.
you guys, the prince, you
I don't
have
think
no
fun's
idea.
the word.
It was sarcasm.
Mm.
Mm.
And you guys start rolling off out of the.
I need to set.
Shit.
Is there anything you guys want to say or do
One of them's down.
before you guys finish
Like on my car.
or
So-
leave the town?
I'm good.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Viv is just gonna pull Al out of like that like little coin sack that he's usually in.
Yeah.
Just place him on his lap. Let him have a breather.
Okay. Can I ask where are you keeping your paperwork?
Probably back pocket.
There's
Back pocket. Okay.
one up there.
So yeah, you guys start your travel. It is not the softest road.
That one.
It's a little bit of a bumpy ride.
No one. I don't
And
think
the
anyone
prince is
gets out.
definitely smiling, laughing with you guys, trying to give off a friendly, jovial expression. Clearly, tension
I'm
is high
probably gonna
between
go
the
with
three of you. and he's trying to break whatever tension there is.
Oh, this. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get pushed. I mean, sir.
And as you guys leave, you hear the town crier make an announcement. He says, "Hear all." I'm not going to do a voice of a town crier. I'm not yelling right now. But it's "Hear all. The Queen, in her benevolence, is inviting all to the masquerade ball. Bring a mask, bring a friend, bring your smiles." And that repeats a few times as you head on out. I see Mother has finally made the announcement. She's been sitting on that for seems like months now.
No, because there's now
So
3 teams.
was
3
it
teams.
always the plan to make the ball after the king's thing?
No, the ball wasn't supposed to be for maybe a few months. It was supposed to be an anniversary thing, but after the attack, she felt it necessary to keep the peace to show that the king's family is still strong.
Mm-hmm.
Viv is obviously remembering the paperwork that he saw about with like chairs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Kestrel's also kind of remembering the note that she just randomly found in her bag that before she got here. Just kind of that's why she's like kind of intent on the questions.
No one's just probably daydreaming right now. I don't know.
Probably actually sleeping.
Yeah, you the prince is kind of nonchalant. He's man, I if I'm being honest with you, I don't have a mask. I never purchased one. I mean, I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to have a unique mask.
You're not like other guys.
I thought what you guys have the knowledge you guys have bestowed upon me about how to increase relations with my mother, and I feel like really giving it my all to being unique and being my own person for this ball would be the perfect thing. I just haven't found the perfect thing.
Yeah,
essentially.
Well, perhaps we'll find something on our journey.
Touching.
Who knows? Maybe on our journey we'll find friendship, love, treasure.
A better attitude.
Did you say an attitude?
I said a better attitude.
Another glare.
You keep
For
doing
Kestrel.
that like it's gonna affect me.
The prince is super, like, he's like, clearly there's been some issues between the three of you, or maybe an outside ear would help hash things out.
You know how girl fights are. You shouldn't get into this. It can be pretty messy.
What?
I don't know.
Viv is not a girl.
It's more of like a metaphor.
Ah.
Like a woman uses it as a metaphor because all the tension is high, but no one's speaking.
Well, I've always been told the best way to solve issues between parties is sit down.
Talk it out.
That would be lovely if one of us would actually talk.
Let me guess. Cake.
Oh,
Don't bring
about
up
the
the
cake.
You're still on the cake? It's a cake.
But it's food nonetheless.
Okay.
This is over the chocolate cake.
No.
I can order you guys more.
Exactly. My point exactly. It's cake. We can get more if we really wanted it.
Can I see some cake? Like, who has it?
I think
I had it.
you have 3. You have 2 left. She just throws her hands in the air and looks out the window.
Give me all of them.
Give him the cake. It was for him to begin with.
Cake. Now.
You think I brought all the cakes in here?
Cake.
Did you not?
to say no, I thought you were gonna get it, but just
No,
to
I
make
don't have
sure-
any of the cake. You have all the cake. I never took any.
This was out of character. I'm tempted for Novum to say no, I thought you were gonna get it, but I'm also tempted for Novum to say, yeah, I did. Here is the cake.
Well, Kestrel literally doesn't have any cake, so she's like, I don't got any cake. And she
You
looks out the
definitely are
window.
carrying all the cake. You definitely are carrying all the cake.
I
have it in
am?
my
Yeah.
notes. I have it in my notes that they gave
oh.
me
It was like-
a couple too.
Viv is eyeing Novum up and down.
Okay. So, Novum goes through their bag, takes out the cakes.
Is the carriage to the, like, not carriage, but like the
Cart?
What is the word for this? Like this
Covered wagon?
Yeah, the wagon. Is the wagon, does it have like a open backside toward it? Like, how is this set up?
So it is. Have you ever seen The Hateful Eight?
The what?
What?
The movie The Hateful Eight?
No.
No, okay. It is, think normal wagon. Dress it up a little bit. Actually, you know what? Here, we are looking at something like this, but it's slightly larger. This,
Ooh.
this, but slightly larger.
Okay.
That's a
So like those
fancy-ass
like windows,
wagon.
yeah, like those windows are like open.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And we're like, I'm assuming there's like side seats or something up against those walls.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
guys are kind of spread out in that room or
Okay.
in that
Okay.
cart.
I take the cakes. I toss one out the window.
Uh-huh.
The prince looks distraught, but he's like, oh, "Did that help you at all?"
Wait. It takes. How many cakes were there?
2 more.
There were 3 cakes. So
So-
there's
3
one
cakes.
left now. Sorry. There are 3.
I
You
wanna say it like this.
destroyed 1 earlier. You tossed 1. There's 1 cake left.
So there's 1 cake with me right now.
Yes.
Scoop a part of the cake out,
You're
like a
probably-
big chunk of this cake, throw the rest out the window, and start feeding Al.
Can
There. Now we can't bitch about cake.
Can rats eat chocolate?
I guess we'll fucking find out. He hasn't eaten in a little bit. I'm sure he won't mind.
Did you just panic and think that there were people who were interacting with you?
The prince.
Did you go
Hey,
here?
um.
Oh, so they went.
We're all just as confused. It's fine.
There's
Deep
So-
down, deep down, Viv is kind of like sad that he just did that, but at the same time he doesn't like the cake makes him sad.
Like the prince is like he's visibly
Confused?
trying to figure out what the best course of action is, whether to address what just happened or move on.
She's gonna.
So I heard you guys wanted to try to travel to Berthelman. Is that why? I heard that place is rented.
I heard a story about a church, and I'd like to see if it's true.
Oh,
You know how spooky stories are.
church that's supposed to change
Yeah.
at night or whatever. Do you actually believe that?
Well, I believe there's a basis for every story, but not all the time our story's correct. There's usually a reason.
Yes.
Like, do you
this-
mean an exaggeration?
It could be a spell. It could be a monster. It could be something interesting. Moose, I swear to God, I'm going to return you to wherever we got you.
Jesus!
Moose just looked up.
That is the dog version of "I brought you into this world and I'll take you out." That is. So you say that, and
Aw.
he's not buying it. He's like, I know stories and rumors. Feel like I've been the center of a few myself. This is just a fairy tale meant to scare kids.
I've seen a lot of things that have been fairy tales come true.
Well, it might be fun to check it out, you know?
How many places have you traveled?
Oh, we've done tours, maybe most, if not all, of the northern parts of our country, and of course, some of the southern, being from there.
But only this plane?
Come again?
Exactly.
What? Huh? What? Wait, I'm confused.
And that's all she says. She looks out the window.
Why is it misty here?
He looks definitely lost.
Why is it misty?
Mom!
I've seen things you can't imagine,
I like the person.
Well,
and I believe Kestrel.
I mean, I feel like I have a very open mind. Why don't you try me?
Quick, before we get too into this, do I have anything from that little blurb of backstory I have with my boat thing? Do I have anything, like, proof?
No.
Great.
You do not have proof.
Never mind.
I can't even begin to explain some of the things I've seen.
I mean, everything can be explained in some way or another.
You'd be surprised.
Not in the way that you're wanting. Some things don't make sense on this plane, but make perfect sense on a different. Our laws don't transfer to other places sometimes.
Fire.
Ah. I mean, I guess.
This is the only time you've seen her serious, by the way.
I can see how that might make sense. You all are a strange group. I'm glad I met you all, actually. I feel like I have a lot to learn.
Give it a few days, you'll probably regret it.
Ring.
Agreed.
We'll see.
I just got some fire.
Probably.
We all just disagree.
Fire is
This is the most dysfunctional group I've ever seen.
That's how we'd be in real life, too, alright?
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
can't
guys start
wait
your
to...
travels to Mudbourne, which is your first stop.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
It is the first stop. It is the first official and only official stop that you guys have that is still in the country.
Where's that? Oh, it's not that far. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not that far. It's maybe a few days travel, at the pace that you're going at least. And there's not much that happens. The prince tries to start conversation with Vivian, which, being unsuccessful, turns
It smells a little gay in here.
Can I ride up with the dwarf?
Yeah.
that the failed conversation turns into conversation with the group about growing up as a prince and what that meant for him. He missed out on a lot of the childhood activities that you guys might have had. Instead of playing with friends, he was learning how to fight. Instead of, going to school and learning about your ABCs, he was learning ancient texts.
Why can't I hit him?
And you can see on his face that he wanted that childhood. He wanted to experience being a kid. So when he's around you guys, he feels like he can at least tap into what he's missed.
It's kind of sad. Damn.
At least you
That's
remember
rough,
it.
buddy.
Huh?
I said, at least he remembers it. I just kind of showed up one day. She just says it so casually, like, I just kind of appeared one day.
Wait,
Vivian...
this...
Continue.
this is an out of question. I'm gonna DM Cory about backstory, but you can ask your question.
I'm eating.
That's awesome.
Vivian. I know, right? Vivian kind of feels for the prince because, in a way, he didn't get to live the life that he wanted. I guess I'm kind of in the same boat.
What's in front of us?
I kind of relate in a way.
So you speak as if you're
No, I have
ancient.
one.
You speak oddly.
Sorry, say that again?
I mean, how do you relate? I mean, you speak as if you've been alive for hundreds and hundreds of years. You speak like my father sometimes.
For like the first time since this whole thing, he actually chuckles.
Wow, he has emotions.
Sass is rubbing off a little too much.
He looks toward the prince. I used to live and work in Kide. And I used to work at a lumber mill, and one day as I was going out to get wood, I got attacked by a direwolf and lost my arm and eye. And I wasn't able to go back to the lumber mill because I couldn't lift that heavy stuff, but I could work at a tavern. And I tried, it wasn't really my thing. So I didn't ever really get to live the life that I wanted. I was happy working at a lumber mill and supporting family.
I see. Wise not through age, but through experience.
Nawoon's just kind of being quiet about her childhood.
I tagged one for 20 I chose. So.
Well, since we're in the topics of growing up, what about you? Kestrel, where did you grow up? I don't see many elves around here.
I got the wall.
Well, I'm a half
wall.
elf.
I got the wall. I got the wall. Go, you go.
My
I got
apologies.
the wall.
Where are you from?
What was the city name? Give me a second. I'm forgetting everything. I'm from a small settlement outside. Where did I write it down? Give me a minute. I need to look at the map.
It might be DMs. Did you check our DMs?
Yeah. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
I believe it was outside of Crystal.
Was it Crystal?
I believe so. I can
My
check.
head said diamond, so that might actually be right.
You're above me now.
It is Crystal.
It is Crystal.
Alright. Cool.
Well, I mean, diamond isn't a diamond a rock, and a crystal is a rock. So, I mean, close enough.
Close enough. Anyway, I'm from a small settlement outside Crystal. But I just kind of showed up. At least whatever one tells me. They don't tell me why I'm there, just that I was there. And I remember stories, but that's about it.
Stories. I mean, you don't have any memories of playing as a kid, nothing like that.
We were told stories.
So, what kind of stories were you told?
I'm trying to remember. There are stories about how things started and the heroes that started them.
The fantasy stories that we all heard as kids.
But we weren't taught as fantasy.
That's odd.
I know.
I mean, as far as we know,
Only
it
because we're
was.
somewhere.
As far as we know. But we have beings that can live hundreds and hundreds of years.
True.
Like gods.
Heart-wrenching.
I wouldn't say gods, but one of the people I know is...
There's nothing for me to do here.
Did I write the age down? I did. One of the...
I get tired of the amount of bullshit this game is
See,
massive.
if it's the person I believe you are referencing, it's 156.
Alright. So I wrote all the names and the other stuff down. But the one I was thinking of, I'm pretty sure you said they were ageless, or like we don't know.
Yeah, you don't know that age.
Okay. So she says one of the most important people in my tribe doesn't have an age that we know of, but they know and see things that have yet to be or have always been.
Like a seer of sorts, a fortune teller.
Of sorts.
Do you still have contact with that person?
The same way you would have contact with people once you travel. I can send them things if I'd like.
Okay.
In fact, she kind of looks at the prince for a minute. I'm pretty sure your doctor may know someone. I know.
Oh, well, I mean, he travels down that area frequently.
We don't get many visitors, though, so it's interesting.
Yeah, he said something about meeting an old friend or something like that, but I never pried and never really was interested in his life.
She's kind
And
of
Novum just mumbles under her breath. Like she's just basically mumbling to herself like under her breath after like the prince says some like what he just said like into his life, like, getting into the doctor's life.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Okay.
For one of my classings for Song of Rest, since I'm not like a performing bard, I'm more like a storytelling bard, would that count if I want to use one?
For Song of Rest.
Because I don't know if I can use that before the short rest or if that could be like a standing thing.
You can use it before a short rest.
Okay, cool. I just don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, he kind of knows him. What of your past? Where are you from?
Ask him about the skin book. She doesn't say that. That was out of character.
Oh.
That would be fucked up.
Hey, Prince, what about this skin book that I got?
Hey, Novum, tell him about the skin book and how we're all in it.
That's out of character, right?
Yeah, it's out of character.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna... Novum would have been like, shut the fuck up. Novum just kind of like glances at the prince and just goes, from the city of Kaid.
Ah, the city of Kaida. I spent some time up there. They don't have a lot of warriors. I mean, they have a church.
Yes, they do.
Are you from the church? Or were you one of the rare warriors that hailed from that area?
Yeah,
How have both of you heard about this church?
Different church. The church that we're going to is in Brittleman.
Yeah, there's a church in city of Kai. Well,
No,
kind of like a
that's
temple.
exactly what I'm asking, though.
Well, I spent some time up there during our tour. It's not a big church by any means, but it seems to be the only thing that would bring people.
Over the table question. How big is Kide?
Kide?
Yeah. I don't remember.
Big kid map. Got this little baby shit. Yeah. Okay, so the city of Kide holds 15,000 people.
Alright. So like kind of like a medium size.
Yeah. Although they don't really have anything. They don't have like a military presence. They don't bring in a lot of crops. They are mainly known for being a refuge for people that are fleeing from other areas, namely from what is now known as the tribes of Oshaya, which mainly because of the church, which is their sanctuary, effectively.
Vivian, after asking about the church and like how
the prince knows about it, the church?
Yeah, how the prince knows about it. He's like, I mean, Kide is a relatively, well, to say the least, it's not a small city, yet it's not big. It's just weird because I've never heard of it, or even, imagined really a church being there.
Well, I mean, unlike most churches, that worship one deity. This church was more of a hodgepodge of faith. It was more of just a place to worship. So, if you do not follow a god, or if you simply have your own place of worship, you would never speak of it, let alone hear of it. Just wasn't a popular place. At least as far as royalty knows.
Are we done talking about the path, or
if you guys want to be, you can.
You're the one asking questions.
It's a normal conversation. You can ask questions. He can ask questions.
This is in character.
Oh. I'm simply just having conversation with my fellow travelers, fellow adventurers. I mean, while I have been well traveled, it is, as much as I hate to say it, for glory, for sure. I don't get to meet the people as much as I want to. I am simply a face when I do those travels. So, having conversations with people that lived in those places, that were a part of the community, you learn a lot more. That I've always been certain of.
Right.
Do you not agree with that?
Huh?
Do you not agree with that notion that knowing the citizens and speaking to people that have lived in those areas?
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing at all. I'm just not making a comment about it.
I see. Well, do you have any information that you wish out of me? Of course, you might not have seen all the places I've seen. I might not know as much in depth as you might know of your own places, but I'm definitely open to speaking of my travels.
What is the most interesting place that you've been to?
Oh, the most interesting place. Well, there is this nice little home. It's the northern border. I believe it's called Moonbore. That place is probably the most interesting. It's almost like a constant party. Almost. It's and he turns to Kestrel. I'm not sure if you know of the Vistani, but they are very popular in that area. You're muted, by the way. Can't hear you.
Sorry. Would I know about them?
You know of them. They visited. They dropped off some items here and there, never staying too long and disappearing without a trace.
We've had them visit once or twice.
Ah, I see. They're famed for their ability to seemingly travel between time and dimension and get to where they need to get to.
I feel like no one would kind of like look at like Vivian like kind of like we kind of give him like this seems kind of sus look. If that makes sense.
Yeah. For the first time ever, he doesn't like really notice the sus look.
Wow. Okay.
What?
So like seeing that like Vivian isn't noticing the look Novum is giving him. Novum just goes, you said they threw constant parties, right?
Yes. It's something of seemingly endless fun. You hear music.
He
But
said they go through time and space, and the parties is what you're caught on?
I'm more interested in the music. What kind of music did they play?
It suddenly clicks for her the way you guys are asking about the music, and she's like, "Oh yeah, no, the music."
I mean, I've never.
I'm very big on music, so
all of the songs, but the one time I did run into them, it was something akin to carnival music, seemingly.
Would I, from like having kind of interacted with the Vistani a little bit, would I have known that that's a thing they would have, or no?
No, they've never played carnival music, as far as you know. From your knowledge, it was more culturally appropriate music. They played a lot of older elven songs, bard tales, and stuff like that. If anything, if it wasn't music, it was fortune telling. You've never known them to play music specifically.
Okay. So Novum kind of glances at Vivian and Kestrel before looking at the prince. It goes, "How many times have you encountered them?"
No, only the once. I don't know if I could handle seeing them again. It seems to draw you in with the amount of fun that they have. But, I mean, it was an enjoyable one time, and sadly it was only for maybe a day.
Would I have recognized that, like, when they visited, would it have been the same kind of experience or different?
Everything that he's saying about the Vistani is...
You cut out.
It's what?
You cut out.
No. Everything. So everything that they've said, everything he said about the Vistani so far is like the exact opposite of what you know of the Vistani. You know the Vistani to not be secluded, but to be very personal. Only talking to who they need to talk to, going about their business and leaving. The fact that he said that he stayed there for a day with them is crazy. You never saw them there more for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's basically like really out of character for them.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as someone who knows the Vistani. No.
Oh no, like that. It's like
Yeah.
just out of character knowledge, like just to understand.
Yeah.
Okay. She doesn't let on about that, but she's kind of just like overly curious about it, I guess.
You seem very interested in the Vistani. I don't know if you've ever encountered them, have you?
They've come to my tribe a couple times to trade. I remember just being enamored with them. They're so similar yet so different to how my people are, despite having been the same almost.
It's quite astonishing. It's as if they kind of let go of the material world and have found something greater. Almost.
She kind of like doesn't get quiet, but is kind of just like pondering that thought to like adventures she's been on. Just kind of,
And
Would you be able to take us to the last location you saw them?
I mean, it's a bit far away, and they never stay too awfully long. It's more of they come and see you than you go and see them, if anything. If we ever find a Vistani camp, there'd be sure chance. And clearly with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing you haven't encountered the Vistani at all.
Would my character have? I assume no. Okay, good, because good thing I assumed correctly. No, this is my first time hearing about them.
Would Vivian know anything?
Yes. I will DM you.
oh Lord.
Literally, he like looks at the prince. Literally everything that you've mentioned doesn't sound like them at all.
Oh, thank God! I thought I was the only one.
You've experienced with the Vistani.
To a degree.
Well, what do you mean completely different? I don't think I follow.
The Vistani were pretty much the definition of racists.
Well, I mean...
Wait, with Stein's
Is that-
racist?
Is that
Yes.
the line
that-
with? Okay.
That is, as far as you know, they never interacted with human tribes. They're human people.
Yeah.
As far
Yeah.
And she kind of like, okay, when he says that, when Viv says that, Cass kind of just nods, like, yeah, they don't interact with humans.
I can
Well, they definitely
Like at all.
interacted with us. I mean, people do change.
Not a whole
No.
race. An entire race changing all at once, especially when they're so deeply rooted in their ways. It's highly unlikely unless there's some ulterior purpose there.
I think out of any race,
45.
if any race would change, less likely Vistani.
Well, what are you suggesting that we met fake Vistani? I mean,
Maybe you were on drugs? Maybe ate a wrong mushroom?
How about we don't bring up the drug route, all right?
Yeah. No.
But I don't believe that you met Vistani.
I mean, move down
Would
off
you
the thing, not
believe I met them? If not Vistani.
Changelings?
Would I like have an idea?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
It could be a million things, shape changers, really good actors.
I mean, I can change shape. I almost said shape change.
There's otherworldly entities that can do the same exact thing. There are spells that can trick the mind. It could
Right,
be
yep.
She's gonna kind of chime in with that. I mean, there are spells that turn you into other people.
I mean, I've never seen about 10 or 15 of them. I've never seen that many people able to cast the same spell for the same duration of time.
Would, like, in my tribe, would that be possible? Would I know if it's possible?
For that many people to cast a spell at the same time?
Well, if they all cast it on themselves, because the range is only self, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. But for an entire day seems like it's kind of pushing it. They would have to, just with the way that the spell works, they would have to duck off, cast the spell again, not be seen, and keep that up a few times.
Mm-hmm. She'll
And
kind of
then
nod and go, yeah, fair enough.
Not gonna lie, I stopped believing it before you.
Unless, I don't know, in this place, there could be a chance
I didn't see
that they're not like others.
that. Seeing the comparison
Changelings?
to
Not like
Louisville,
others would accept what you
trained
mean,
in
but
fucking
like a different
Reddits.
race.
Would I know
Oh,
what
it's-
changelings are?
So
Or,
you know how Logos
have
like,
heard
when
stories of changeling.
the SFI
Never
Okay.
met one, as far as you know.
I believe stories, so that would be as good as like in the Bible for me.
there. Yeah, no matter where you are,
I
you place
I
that
can't wrap my head around a Vistani
the entire
not
stuff exactly where you are.
being secluded
Oh, it's fine. Oh,
and not being racist.
separate team
I
behind.
mean, well, people. I mean, I do agree that
Out.
some
Out,
people
out, out.
don't change, but I can't equate it to anything more than it just being a happenstance that they interacted with us, at the very least.
Maybe they saw something in you.
Maybe they did. I mean,
I will crawl far enough away.
I can't
New team.
assume anything less.
If you're gonna keep them distracted,
You said you were from Tide, though.
Bro.
Like, where did you happen to meet
Well,
the Vistani? I mean, of course, there's always the chance, but as far as I know, Tide was also a human civilization
you're a
for
piece
the
of
most
shit.
part.
Oops.
It was the chance.
He just nods his head.
Unfortunately, it was the chance.
I see. Well, it seems that we all, almost all of us, are at least somewhat acquainted with the Vistani in some fashion. Whether or not we all saw Vistani in their entirety is up for debate. But clearly something is wrong if all of our stories don't match. So,
Are Vistani human or Vistani elves?
Vistani are elves. They are super elves.
Super elves.
Like, if high elves were to be this, they're like, high elves don't look elf compared to Vistani. Vistani look as picture perfect of an elf as you can think.
So, Vistani only interact with elves?
Yes.
Basically.
Clearly we've addressed an issue. What do you guys suppose might be the elves that are at least claiming to be the Vistani.
Do Eladrin exist in this world?
Never met one.
Good.
You can't say if they do or they don't.
Good enough. Alrighty. She's just gonna shrug.
You this would be a jewel of security. These fake Vistani, or whatever we are claiming it to be, do you think it will endanger the capital and its people?
I feel like if it was going to be a danger, they would have killed you all then. Because you were all together, no?
No, it was just me and my sister.
Oh yeah, no, they probably, if it was going to be a problem, they killed both of you. Because you're the next in line kind of thing. I feel like if it was going to be a problem, it would have already presented itself. On top of that, now your stepmother is an elf.
Yes.
I don't know that they would be as keen to hurt the chances of having an elf as a leader.
I mean, that woman is as shrewd as one can be. I feel like no matter which race, creed you're from, you would probably be underneath her foot.
Is she Vistani?
No, as far as you know, she's not Vistani. She doesn't match the description of a Vistani.
She doesn't?
No.
Look, Wren, you read my mind.
I feel like I had that written in all caps. I think I spelled Vistani wrong. Hold on.
Probably. I most likely spelled it wrong.
However you guys spell it, it's fine as long as you know what it is.
Good enough.
I'm not gonna say how I spelled it because it's most likely wrong.
It is racist. No.
That would be the best!
He's racist because he's tiny.
Oh, that'd be funny as hell.
I was sitting on Viv's lap, like, on his back, feet up in the air, belly full of cake.
Alive.
Snoozing.
Not dead from chocolate.
No.
Well, I'm pretty sure rats eat garbage, so chocolate would be fine.
Yeah. Viv is just gonna give a little scritch to his tummy.
I mean, you're saying why that?
I don't have anything
The
interesting.
origins. Yeah. So bringing up his mother, his stepmother, you can see he's still at a loss on her. There's a lot of information that he doesn't know about her, even though he's been living in the same home.
Sus. That's sus.
I have a question, Prince.
I might have an answer.
What is the king's name?
The king. First, what exactly do you mean by the king's name?
Like your name is Chris Evans.
My name's not.
No, I didn't say that in character. That was out of character. I do have to go through my notes and figure out his name.
Harriman Santi.
Herman.
Yes,
I keep wanting to call him Harmon.
Harriman.
Like, you have a first name.
Yes.
Does he have a first name?
Well, I call him father, but
No, that is.
I believe on documentation it is Chow.
No, none of these are real.
Ciao.
Chow. It's Oriental. And I believe it's spelled Ciao, if my memory serves me correctly.
So it's Italian.
I feel like this is like foreshadowing for the king, cause Shao.
Remember,
Gonna die because he's old.
He's already dying.
Would you happen to know the name for I don't know the exact pronunciation.
You say the name, like the first name.
Unfortunately, though.
Yeah.
Above.
That's the queen's name. That's my mother's name.
What was
my
the name?
Stepmother.
I look at taking fire.
For
Finish.
effectively, it is Foradre.
Forage.
Foradre.
Well, I butchered that.
The first name, at least.
Oh, I'd butcher the rest of it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's how you spell it.
If you want an actual spelling,
Yeah. Forradeare.
I hear the metallic footsteps.
Alright. That name doesn't sound familiar at all to me or anything.
First name, though. I mean, you know, it's the queen, apparently.
Well, yeah, but I meant like, I don't know,
Yeah,
some
other than that-
stupid trigger.
No.
The fucking necklace or the skin book.
Oh man. Yes, you're right.
No. Yeah, that first name doesn't.
Does it-
Alright, cool.
Does it do it for anyone?
No.
Evidently for Vivian.
I actually need to have that. And I can tell, based off of your reaction, that you are missing a piece.
Wonder is the one.
I feel like you might have missed that part. Not 100% sure. But you definitely would know that information. You've heard it been said multiple times. Yeah, the prince is like, yes, that's my mother's name. Not many people know that, actually.
tell me your last name.
My last name?
Her last name.
Her last name is, well, the name that she goes by is Hildebrand. Hildebrand is the same last name as my father. I have the last name of my late mother.
What's that name?
Herman. But actually, no, sorry, it's Senti.
Herman.
Herman.
Bob Harmon.
Yeah, it's Senti.
Okay.
We had a choice when my father remarried if we wanted to keep last name or change it to the new family, the family name. And I chose to be the only one to remember my late mother.
Herman. Queen. Queen.
Probably the closest one to us at the
I
time.
thought it was cute. Or touching, whatever.
Wait a moment. Louis, what's the pronunciation of your last name?
Aramir.
Aramir?
It's like Aragorn, but with Faramir at the end. Can you tell I like Lord of the Rings? I just ripped all of my names from Lord of the Rings. Apparently except for Kestrel, because that's a bird in oil.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Tabletop, correct me if I'm wrong. Pronunciation of this hyphened last name. I'm gonna butcher it. God damn it.
I actually gave you the wrong one. I'm looking at
Thanks.
it.
Okay. Yeah, no.
You can change that to the correct one.
Okay.
What was
I'm
that?
so confused.
I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely not the same spelling.
One moment.
Oh yeah, some of these names are interesting, especially like the ones that I have for the elves. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yes.
I have stupid little nicknames for all of them, and I want them all to be canon eventually.
And that's fine. Thank you for noticing that, because I definitely would have noticed, because they're in two different spots for me. I have it right.
Okay, one more time, Lily. Aramir? That's how it's pronounced?
Aramir.
Yes,
Aramir, I got it.
Yeah, I had that in two different spots, two different names. Look at that. Thank you.
Prince,
The fucking goddamn turret, dude.
Yes.
I think you guys are being lied to.
I hate this fucking...
Interesting.
In a way. In a way.
Oh,
I'm interested now.
And fix it.
I'm gonna be frank with you, since, you know, we're on the road and everything.
yes.
What do you think happened last night?
Some wild assailant broke into the castle and tried to attack my mother. Set fire to the castle.
Yeah, that's...
Killed a guard, by the way.
Oh
I'm not responsible for killing a guard,
Yes, it's...
Okay.
but I'm also not responsible for making an attempt on your mother's life either. But what I am responsible for is finding a birth certificate with the last name Aramir.
I'm sorry. I
Please, sorry, please.
can that actually be canon?
You know anything about that?
So, remember when I said I have no memories and I just showed up? I have no memories and I just showed up. I don't know who my parents are, so.
Well,
Are we
I know one of them's
saying-
alive.
Are we saying that your mother is a racist queen?
She didn't raise me, so you can say whatever you want about her.
as far
Wow.
as
I don't-
what last name you say that she has, I've never heard of it before. I've never delved too deep into her past life.
Do you have the birth certificate?
I don't.
Not you. I'm not
No.
talking. I'm sorry, sweetheart. You need to stop. I'm talking to him right now.
No, I left it. But what I saw was the name, the parental names scratched out. And I saw your last name.
What was the first name?
The first name?
Yeah.
Like,
Because there's a first name and a last name now.
Yes. It was the queen's first name.
yeah. I'm so confused.
I'm so confused. You're confused!
No,
She,
like,
loses it. She loses it. She's just
But
like...
he's just staring at her. Like, what the fuck is happening?
So, okay, so according to the birth certificate, the current queen's name isn't what she says it is, correct?
You could assume that she doesn't go by her full name. You can assume, based off of what you've been told, that she doesn't use her maiden name. That she took the new name from the king. As far as you can tell.
Okay.
So the first name on the birth certificate was Faradre.
Yes, the queen.
Last name,
I'm about to disconnect.
Aramir.
yeah, Aramir.
Alright,
Yes.
I'm ready for...
Then it's hyphened.
I'm not paying, I'm saying.
Please pronounce that for me, for fuck's sake. I'm horrible at this shit.
Hildrian?
Hildrian? Yeah.
Hildrian.
How do you spell that?
The name-
H-I-L-R-I-A-N.
For now on, I wish you keep your debating skills.
So that Hilarian's the king's last name.
Yes.
I have a problem. Yes. But...
You're pulling a Deku over there.
If she's my mom, she's got some shit to answer for.
You like the king, the prince is lost. You
Lost
start
too.
talking about birth certificates and maiden names, and he's like, I know her as the name as everyone else knows her.
In the middle of that, like after she spins around towards Novum, and she's like, "You killed the guard!"
Novum just like goes like wide-eyed and like freezes up in his
She's
seat.
losing it. She's absolutely having a breakdown right now.
The prince.
She heard that and she was like, "Wait!"
So the prince had been like sitting down, holding on to the seat that he's sitting on. You say that, and you hear the wood start to splinter.
Fine.
As eyes lock onto Novum. You did what exactly?
I'm gonna go home.
You know, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. He like eyes the prince. This dumbass has caused a lot of issues.
Don't do the other one.
And one of those issues that I'm supposed to associate with blunders is the death of one of my men.
It was self-defense. From what I understand. From what I'm hearing.
Was it?
It was self-defense.
Was illegally on the property.
Let me tell you, Prince.
Please tell me how I'm supposed to be okay with
Imagine
the death
this.
of my God.
Imagine this. And he's like
Put him out of the cart.
like getting more and more angry. Like at him toward like the prince. Because Vivian's all about self-defense. Imagine this.
I'm bothering a lot, in fact. They're both cracked.
You get pushed into a fucking window.
So, I'm gonna just crawl to you.
And
Another key.
you are given a choice.
Another squad.
As you hear footsteps upon footsteps upon footsteps. And there's no way out of this situation. And they don't even... When they get there, they don't even try to kick you out. They don't try to talk. They just attack. What would you do?
I would defend myself. Now,
Ha!
let me raise one with you. Imagine you, the father of your two kids, and loving husband, work day in and day out to do the one thing that puts food on that table. And then one day, someone challenges your job and threatens your life. What would you do? And then you
Clearly
tell
I've been...
me.
Clearly I've been in that situation, considering, and he shows his arm.
Would you not fight and defend your job, your life?
My life.
Fuck the job.
He defended himself,
Down.
I don't know
Which in
what's
turn-
happening.
defended his life.
How
his job.
And in this case, so did Novum.
So I'm supposed to be okay with the death of my God by the person I personally
If you don't
escorted.
have like 50 of them.
I can have as many as I want.
Exactly.
He is a friend. I know each of my guards by name. Whether or not I like them is not the issue.
I've lost more than what you think you know.
And the issue is not with you. The
How
issue
do
is
they
with
know
the
it's
person
me?
that
How
took
do
the
they
life
know it's me?
of a father, of a husband, after being personally escorted off the property for being there illegally. My issue is not with you.
Raise me one, Prince. Imagine waking up in a city and all the people that you know are gone and your city is burning.
if we continue
Brave
killing
me, Bob.
gods, if we continue killing gods, or willy-nilly over missing cats, then that will be our reality. We'll all live the same life. Now, Novum, is this true that you returned onto the property and killed a god after I escorted you off the property? And then I defended you in front of my king's guard.
When you put it that way.
You better start standing up for yourself right now.
Are we gonna fight? That was out of character. She's like, she's having a crisis in the corner. None of this is processing for her.
No one was trying to find a way to trying to figure out how to handle this peacefully.
It's not gonna be handled peacefully.
I know.
Imagine being the dwarf driver just hearing this shit in the back.
I forgot about the dwarf.
Oh, no!
He has made no noise. He doesn't want to get involved.
I wouldn't
She's
either.
listening to the cheeseman. She's like, oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you have to say.
Well,
It's-
I didn't intentionally kill the card.
how did you unintentionally start a fire?
Just wanted to burn the flowers.
I was trying to burn the flowers.
And you missed the guard being there? Why were you trying to burn the flowers? I have so many questions on your thought process and why you thought this was a good idea to do.
And no one's just trying to think of a way not to, like, put Vivian on blast. Cause
She already admitted to it. Or he. Didn't he?
What,
About being in the...
No,
Oh.
No.
Just admitted to finding birth
Birth
certificate.
because
Yeah.
He
Navum
doesn't know
knows.
where the birth certificate was, so
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Navum knows that if she tells the truth, she outs Vivian, and Navum doesn't want to do that. So she's trying to find a way to word it where Vivian doesn't look like a suspect.
We're all suspects.
Vivian's like already thinking that he's gonna get ratted out just for all the shit that he's said on top of what Novum's about to say. Whatever Novum is about to say, he's already like ready to stand up for himself because he's being very defensive.
I don't know. I'm in the corner having a panic attack.
I didn't mean to hit the guard. The guard was just kind of in the way of the flowers.
So then I ask, why were you trying to burn the flowers?
Or flowers.
Yeah, there was that flowers. There were some flowers in
Why?
the thing.
But
Why was I trying to burn the flowers?
Yes.
You're allergic?
No, I'm not allergic to flowers. I don't think I am. Friends,
33 minutes.
the reason why I burnt those flowers was because I was really upset with what you had done by kicking me out like that.
Oh my god.
Suppose it was out of
Or-
a moment, a pit of anger and passion. I wanted you to feel the hurt that I felt when you kicked me out, because I thought we were friends.
Yeah,
And
friends would help out friends, right?
yeah, and the
Friends-
prince didn't help me at last night, and
Friends
I was
wouldn't
really
burn
upset.
my garden after being peacefully escorted off the property that
Well,
they're not supposed
I sensed some passive aggressiveness
Flowers grow
last night from you. Exactly, the flowers are gonna grow back. The garden might not.
The human
But-
that was killed in that fire that you caused will not be growing back anytime soon.
Vivian keeps himself back from like kind of cracking up a little bit.
As I said, the garden was kind of in the way of the dead flowers. The flowers were dead anyway.
So why are you burning dead flowers?
Like I said, it was out of anger that I felt for you.
How about we just put it past us, right?
Mm.
Right.
You know what?
I've put a lot past me.
I will. I will let whatever law deal with this. When we return, you will probably be arrested and questioned for whatever happened that night. Of course,
If we survive.
if we survive. And he just kind of, there's not a lot of space. And he somehow finds enough room to turn his back to the majority of the car. And he's just looking off into the distance.
No, just like goes like wide-eyed, like kind of like, you know, like the look that people have like when they say "wow," "whoa," but like more of like Jesus fucking Christ, I can't believe I did that thing. And just like kind of like looks off to out one of the windows.
Vivian legitimately, during his whole little rage mode, fucking turbo speed, did not register the fact that he said anything about a city being engulfed in flames.
Hmm.
But now he's kind of thinking about it.
I'm still having a panic attack in the corner.
Okay, you're at like a 9,000, I need you to bring it down to like a 2.
I'm good.
We now have a full dysfunctional party that was trying to be peaceful, has just found out that the people he travels with are the reason why a guardsman was killed.
It's fine.
He also is being told that his mom is not his mom.
Or that at the very least I'm related to her.
Or, you know, racist.
That too.
Oh, and that she's racist.
She's racist, related to one of the maybe murderers, and is just being lied to.
And also that he never actually met the Sunny.
Oh yeah, this is probably one of
Yeah.
his greatest stories, and we were just like, no.
Yeah, you guys are so nice to this guy. All he tries to do is be
I'm
nice
not
to you.
nice.
He's just,
My character tries but fails.
he tries so hard to be nice and peaceful with you guys.
I'm having a
And then
moment.
Every time you meet him, it's just, let me shit on your existence.
Chaos. Hey, we warned you. We
we did
warned
say you would learn. You would come to hate it. We did tell him.
I
We've
feel
only
like
been on the road for however
It's like-
long.
2 hours where you can still see the city gates in the distance.
Oh my god, that's awful.
I fucking love
This is
that.
like the villain origin story. This is definitely.
So we're
when-
What's
fighting
his
him.
old boy?
It's fine. We'll fight him later.
This is when you realize that you created the monster.
So if we kill him now, we don't create a monster, yeah?
Yeah, but
You
like,
have a lot of repercussions.
Don't worry, I'll just climb. I'll just cast blindness deafness on him.
Just run
Fine,
away.
Sleep. I have sleep. Call sleep.
Sleep.
It's
I'll
fine.
tell
I'm
you right
related to
now.
the queen.
I'll tell you right now, you don't have the hit dice to even scratch him.
Oh,
No, you don't.
oh, I love that.
What?
The way that sleep works is like dice. Like you
Yeah.
roll a certain amount of dice, and if you have to slowly go down.
You don't.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah,
I wouldn't
I'm pretty
even
sure
break
I'm pretty sure I only have like 10d6. So
You know.
yeah.
Yeah. So now
He's
the prince is talking to you guys.
It's fine. We didn't like him anyway. How did this derail so fast?
No, it was you.
It was
mentioning.
Okay,
mentioning how you
she had a
cut.
full mental breakdown because apparently her mother's a racist queen.
Never been
Who-
confirmed, by the way.
Thanos snapped an orc.
That!
We've never really confirmed the whole racist part. We've really just
We just
conflated that idea.
Well, if she's Rastani, then yes.
She's not a Bastani.
She's a Vastani. She's a hidden.
You've seen
Hidden
Bastani.
princess.
She's not a Bastani. She's
That's
very
fucking
much
funny.
just an elf.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Now Loom just like gently pats. Let me look at my nose. Wish. Kestrel's shoulder. Like,
I thought you were about to say the prince's shoulder.
He's gonna
The owl's stomach.
Wow.
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. She just nods. She's like,
You don't sound
Ow.
or look okay, but okay.
Owl, like, in Viv's lap, like, looks over at Kestrel and kind of just, like, does, like, the baby thing where he, like, reaches out. He's like, like, pick me up. He's, like, on his back. Like, please.
pick him up, I guess. Just
He's just gonna have a little, like, rat cuddle.
here. He'll be the stand-in rat.
Yeah. There you go.
She's
I forgot I ordered dice.
You hear the car. You hear the car driver. So, we'll be arriving to the destination in about a day and a half. I'm sure you guys might want to make camp later. Unless you wish to sleep in the cart, I'll be fine. It's up to you guys.
No, I refuse.
Camp.
Yeah, we'll ride for a few more hours and then we'll make camp.
I have a question. I kind of
Is this
BS'd
in
it
character?
out of character,
Okay.
like just over the table. Do I have a way of contacting the tribe at all?
Letters.
Okay, I kind of figured some.
Yeah. Nothing fancy.
I was hoping they had sending or something. I should look into that.
Help them out. They're kind of behind on the times.
Yeah, when can I learn sending? Cause I got some shit to scream at this bitch for.
The queen?
No, I forgot what her name was or her title was in my tribe, but
Oh.
we got some discussions we need to have over Twitter messages, basically.
Yeah,
I should actually, if we get sending, we should actually make them tweets and send them out.
heard their queen was a racist. Hashtag not my queen.
Hashtag not my queen might be related.
It's so bad.
The prince is a softie. One guard died. SMH.
I cannot.
Yeah, the driver is just he's really trying to make small talk to like diffuse the situation.
There's
Like,
no
Queen's
difference.
racist. Hashtag not my queen. DM.
So, Mudbird, yeah, I actually have a family friend from up there. Very weird folk. They used to be from whoever would make my second stop, whatever that place is. They have some issues, but
Who doesn't have issues?
She she's still having this mini thing. When he mentions that they were from Brittleman, she kind of like immediately just shelves all the trauma she just been through, and she goes, "Is there a way we can talk to them when we get there?"
yeah. They're gonna be our stop. Of course, I'll be staying in an inn. If you guys want to join me in staying in the inn for the night,
I will.
But they will be in town. They don't leave. They're not big travelers. If you wished, I could give you the address.
Please.
And he writes down an address. It's like at the edge of the town, kind of thing.
Well, I got shit to do anyway, so like, I'll just take the address. Alrighty.
So, you all caused that fire?
I had nothing to do with that. I was asleep in my room.
I also did not cause said fire.
Like I said, it was out of an act of passion.
That's how a lot of potential suitors. I did know you from it.
No, not that kind of passion. I mean, anger. Please, sir, don't make it awkward.
It's already awkward!
I mean,
We had an argument before the fire, and I was hurt by it. So I saw the dead flowers, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna hurt him by burning these dead flowers. And, well, I might have hurt him a little too much by accidentally killing my guard.
Can we not?
She's aggressively
That
petting
again.
the mouse now. Just like, just having another attack.
Yeah. Can we not mention the dead guard, please?
Wait. Okay.
right, no, we were mentioning dead guard. That's well, what's about the queen? You might be related.
Can we not talk about the queen?
She
Let's
just
just
shakes her
not
head. She
Let's
just,
just not talk about anything that has to do with that place, please.
so you have friends. It's just like a desperate attempt to change the subject.
Yeah, friends. Redbird.
How old are your friends?
Are they dwarves?
Well, I grew up with them. We went to the same school. So, I'm about 50. They're maybe a few years older than me, so like 52, 53. Yes, last time I remember, we had a kid, maybe a little older than you three.
Interesting.
Look, his name. You know?
Every time I visited, they just wouldn't talk. You know, I got late hours. I got there late. I went to go visit, say hi. They just wouldn't talk to me.
So they're mute?
No,
Silent
I mean,
type. I like.
They
They don't want to shut up.
they were quite talkative. Any other time I met them, it's just when I started doing my traveling and my carting for the royal family. I always got their legs, and they never wanted to talk anymore. Seemingly. I mean, you know, the elderly and the bedtime and shows, they're just too tired. Although, I think by this rate we might get there in the morning. So maybe they'll be more talkative with you.
Doubt that, but thanks for the positivity.
Yeah, of course. He's just riding. He's like,
He's like,
he wants to ask so many questions. This is the most entertaining ride he's ever had, and now he's being told to not speak on it. Well, I heard you're from Crystal.
just outside of it, yes.
How was it? I've never been further south than Bash.
I didn't go to the city proper very often, but where I was from was very naturey, and I mean, I grew up with elves, so take what you know about elves and multiply it by like 30. There was like one human who kind of showed up.
Human. That's kind of heard of for.
He owed us something or other. I don't. He doesn't talk very much. He'll like he likes flowers, but
Was he a mute?
I think he just didn't like talking because he's told me to shut up a few times.
One of those types.
He get a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
I think it's why he liked flowers. She's like rambling at this point.
I see. Well, how are you all liking the capital? Since I know now that's none of you are actually from the capital, so how are you all enjoying it? Aside from the time we shall not describe and talk about. Liking it.
Well, when I first got here, I was in a bar fight. Well, I watched a bar fight.
Wait.
I got dragged into a bar fight.
Wait a minute. Was that you three in that
I
bar?
had no part of that. I watched it all happen.
Again, it was in self-defense.
You know you three are somewhat famous in that area.
Apparently, we're famous everywhere.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Probably a bad thing.
Most likely.
Half orc throwing bottles that's full orcs.
Well, that orc had thrown a human over the bar, so I was just trying to help the barmaid get the orc out of the bar.
He was pretty belligerent.
Then
He charged toward me.
magic casting, yes.
What's wrong with it?
Normally it's just not done in the city. It can be dangerous.
Well, I could have,
Could have been worse.
You
could have been
set
worse.
the building on fire.
We
That's your MO, but
set nothing on fire.
nothing.
Broke a chair.
And you
Broke a chair and that's it. Okay, we paid for it. Could have
Yes,
fixed it.
that chair is brand spanking new. Thank you for that new chair, by the way. It's probably the best one in the bar.
Best-
You're welcome.
Then I'm just gonna lean back in his seat, just like look out one of like the back windows. Just gonna like watch. He's done.
She blanks out. Just like,
Yeah, he just blinks.
can we make camp?
Oh, we're about to.
Thank God.
And you guys ride for maybe another hour or so, and you make camp in a clearing. Then he looks at you three, and he's like, "I, for one, am not going to be keeping watch. We'll go the way here. Least he can do is make sure we don't get stabbed in the middle of the night or whatever." And he just kind of rolls over. King doesn't. The prince doesn't leave the carriage.
First one out. She's out. She's wanted out of that thing.
When I get out, I find like a good place for like a little like campfire, and I'm actually going to cast Create Bonfire.
Okay. So you find a nice little pit that you can, a little divot in the ground. You cast Great Bonfire, and it lights up the surrounding area. A seemingly instantly made bonfire, and it warms up the area a lot. We're all just gonna go to sleep and travel to Ledburn.
One of us needs to stay out.
Are we doing watches? Are we not doing watches?
I think that Novum should be the first one. Because I want you awake in case the prince decides to murder you.
Yeah, okay, so Novum kind of like gets out of the carriage, but like glancing towards the prince in case he does anything.
He doesn't even look at you. He's like he's awake, clearly, but you can tell he's like the deepest for someone that has been historically brain empty, at least around you guys. He is strangely just staring off, and you can tell he's thinking.
We put thoughts behind those eyes.
You said that.
We did it, y'all.
We put thoughts behind the eyes.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. D&D campaign is done. We did it.
All
You
it
said
took
that.
was murdering a guard.
Yeah. You said that he was like in the carriage.
Yeah, he never left.
Okay.
You know what?
Is he like the only one in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and step in there.
God.
He doesn't acknowledge you.
I love the fact we decided to focus on me
Um,
and not escape from
I sit like across from him, or like he sits across from him, and just kind of gives him a little bit of company.
He doesn't.
He stays silent for a little bit.
You know, he's just. He doesn't look mad.
Yeah.
If anything, he looks more sorrowful,
Mm-hmm.
and he is just kind of thinking, going over the events of today. There is a lot that he's been told about that he doesn't know if it's true, if it's lies, if he's been lied to, or if he's been following along with everybody else.
Why is it just me? Why is this literally like an argument that I... I'm not gonna get into that. What are you thinking about?
Well, I just finished going over all the names of the gods. At least the ones that I've had in the past 6 years. About 105 names. Some alive, some dead. And now I am going to contemplate whether or not my mother is my actual mother, if she's a Pakistani, if she's racist, or whether or not I'm just being lied to.
Sorry about your friend.
I can't say it's okay, but I understand where you're coming from.
I won't say that it is okay, because it's not. What happened was pretty fucked up. But during our whole ramble and argument, I didn't lie when I said that I've lost more than what you could know, and seen things that you couldn't even fathom. I know what loss is like. So if you ever need to talk about it, I guess I'm here.
Are we having a moment? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this a natural warming up to the prince?
He feels
No.
really bad. He feels really fucking mad.
Oh my goodness. You see him like he doesn't break. Which you definitely see him. You can tell that he's never had somebody that came to him as a human and not just as a prince. You can see him kind of have that moment where he has to collect himself and maintain face. And he just kind of nods. And he goes back to his thinking.
Just so you know, that cake's pretty damn good. You kind of regret tossing it out.
Yeah, he cracks a smile and he nods and laughs. And
I don't.
He just kind of lays down. He's like, there's this bench, and he just kind of lays down on it. You can see him kind of conk out. Like his brain isn't the most efficient.
Too many thoughts.
Making thoughts, and he's had a lot of those thoughts made. He's at his max.
Alright. As for watch, I'll take second watch after Novum.
I'll take third.
Okay. Are you going to sleep in the same room? Are you going to sleep in the
I'm gonna like move to like the yeah, I'll stay in the carriage, but like on the end of it, like where I was before, like
Okay,
just
so
against that window. Yeah,
You're kind of pretty much at the same area as his head.
yeah,
Do I still have the rat?
Yes.
probably, yeah.
Okay.
While you're sitting there with him, can you give me an investigation check?
Watch him while he sleeps?
Just,
Two.
one of those where you're just kind of looking over the person in front of you. Okay, yeah, two. You just kind of look over him. He's asleep.
Yeah.
He definitely sitting down.
Mm.
Dang, that was gonna be cool.
Oh, god damn it!
Damn it!
Fucking dice!
Yeah.
I fucking hate digital dice. I cannot wait until my dice come in.
Yeah, you kind of you see him kind of fall into a slumber. He definitely is not having a good dream. It seems like he already started dreaming pretty quickly. He's not having a good dream.
Bean.
You can only assume what's going through his head at this moment in time.
Poor thing.
You kind of also fall asleep. So who's my first watch?
Well,
Novum.
I was.
wait, like,
Novum.
Oh, we're waiting.
so Vivian, like, notices that he's, like, not having a very good dream.
No. Be very careful what you're about to do. I will take this and run with it. I really want you to understand this.
Like you did with the coop?
I don't. He like kind of like keeps his eyes on him, and he's like, I guess that's like another thing to relate to.
Emo.
He doesn't do anything. He's asleep. So.
Figured. But then I fucking conk out. I'm tired.
Alright. My first watch.
Yeah.
A perception check.
Perception. Okay. Ten.
I should have given you Bardic Inspiration. Son of a bitch.
So you're tired, right? You were up late. You woke up early, and now you're traveling. There's a lot of emotions flying around, a lot of accusations. So you're kind of tired. You don't fall asleep, but you're definitely nodding off. And you hear church bells.
Mhm.
You hear the midnight church bells that you heard at home. And then you kind of, it wakes you up a little bit because you're like, you're definitely not at home. And you never hear it again. You don't see anybody or anything like that.
Like, what do you mean I don't see anybody?
You know, there's nobody on the road. There's nobody that could have made the noise.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also nothing that could have made the noise. There's no enemies or anything like that. Just your traveling companion.
Okay.
And you finish off your shift. Sleeping, and you wake up Kestrel to take over the night.
Alrighty.
Can I get a perception check?
Yes. I want to say while she's on watch, she's scribbling a letter out, and she keeps like tossing it because she's writing it, like like writing scribble. I don't know if that affects anything.
Yeah, give me a perception check at advantage. I'll say the writing keeps you awake a little bit better. Unless you were like a 1 twice.
I rolled 1-1, but I rolled an 18.
Okay, yeah. The writing keeps
Wait,
you awake.
18 plus 21.
Okay. So yeah, the writing keeps you awake. The road is definitely quiet. You expected to see maybe 1 or 2 passing travelers just because it's a major roadway, but it seems like whatever pull the king and queen have seem to reach out to even idle travelers. It seems like they've had this road kind of shut down. Yeah, your shift is uneventful.
And Vivian's in the thing, right?
Yes.
How do I wake him up without waking the prince up?
You still have the rat.
Oh. I'm gonna like poke him, because I'm assuming he like fell asleep in the... I'm just gonna poke him and be like, can you go get your friend?
What?
Yeah. The rat comes and he... Whatever.
I'm gonna go...
Does 2 circles, does a jump. And you're like, oh, that means wake up.
Is a little squeak.
Ah!
That's so cute.
I know. Does he like get up on like his lap or anything? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely gets your attention.
Okay.
It definitely the squeaks to wake you up, get your attention, hops on your lap.
Okay, Al,
does
I'm
2
up.
circles, yeah.
I'm up. Stop, please. I don't have cake. Yeah.
So are you gonna get outside of the cart? Or are you gonna stay?
Yeah.
It's like, please, for the love of God.
You're just like, I'll do my watch from out here. From in here.
It's a perception check?
Yes, perception.
Oh, please don't roll a 1.
Thanks.
You are tired. You're never used to waking up this early and then expected to do something. You haven't had your morning coffee. You haven't ate yet.
More like morning booze.
And
Irish coffee.
you kind of find a spot near the cart and you conk out a little bit.
Fuck.
And then when you come to, you see, as from your best memory, what looks like a Bastani cart passing past your little setup, and it stops, and you see a person with a top hat get out, place something by the bonfire, then walk away.
Is there anyone sleeping near that bonfire?
As far as you guys set up, I say you guys are kind of all equidistant away from it. No one in particular. And as he gets back onto the cart, doesn't right away. You blink, and you see, when you look again, you see kind of the distortion in the tearing of what you can only assume is the reality that is there. You see the same kind of ethereal tear as the armor piece that Novum had, and then it closes, and then it's normal, and then you fall asleep again, and then you all wake up in the morning.
So when Cass wakes up, does she notice the person who was supposed to be on watch is asleep?
Oh yeah, you definitely notice Viv stretch, do the morning routine, just like you do.
Were you asleep?
Only for a little bit.
Hands up, and she's gonna go to warm water or something at the bonfire, because she probably drinks tea like a loser.
Dirty leaf water.
Dirty leaf water!
Okay.
Vivian Vivian kind of like watches for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're making tea, and if that's the case, I would like a cup, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have like different types of tea on me, would I? I feel like that'd be accurate for a smuggler.
You have 2 different types of tea on you. I'll let you choose the 2.
Do you want green tea or black tea? Or chamomile? We'll say chamomile.
What do you recommend?
After the night we've had, chamomile.
Take it.
Alright, we'll make 2 things of chamomile. I will also look at Novum and ask if they want any. Novum.
No one's passed out. It's still asleep in the carriage.
Good to know. I'm gonna make one for the princess.
Yeah, the prince hasn't. He hasn't moved. You expect someone his size to move the cart when he wakes up to do whatever. He definitely needs the space to stretch whatever he's doing. The cart hasn't moved at all.
You don't want me to check on them?
I was gonna say if you want to bring him the tea, because I don't think he wants to see any of us.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Hand her the 2 things, I guess. I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna sit on, make sure the cart's in eyesight, or eyeline, and sip my tea just to make sure I'm watching if anything happens.
Are you still like, is it like 3 cups or all 4?
I give you 2.
For Novum and...
No, one's for you and one's for the prince, and I made
Gotcha.
one, and Novum's still passed out.
Gotcha.
So she didn't get any.
Gotcha.
Alright. As you walk to get those 2 cups, you notice almost inside, on the very edge of this bonfire, unnoticeable to a normal eye, you see the jewelry box that was in the queen's room. Not burning, just in the fire, effectively.
Casually burning.
Tea.
Oh god, what is... Oh, okay. Are we like... Okay, so you're like holding up these cups of tea, like, and I'm about to grab them. I look over, see the bonfire, and I'm like, nope. It's just a beeline toward the bonfire. I'm gonna cast Gust.
Okay.
On the bonfire just to get it out.
Alright. I'm just gonna have you roll a d20 just real quick, just to see if you accidentally gust some stuff into the cart or something like that. You know?
We're the
Something.
first!
There's no way.
That and that house.
There's no.
Watch
I'm
it be a
only
one.
I'm only
Knock on
letting it
wood.
be a few numbers. So if it's one of those numbers,
We're fucked.
6.
okay. Yeah, you gust, and it goes dangerously close to the cart.
Ugh.
Vivian!
And you hear
Sorry.
the driver startle awake.
What the hell was that?
But the bonfire is out now.
I'm gonna ignore literally fucking Kestrel like bitching at me for, you know, almost setting the fucking wagon on fire. I'm gonna go immediately toward that jewelry box.
Yeah, it's the same exact jewelry box.
Do I see it at this point?
You do.
Does it
It
look
looks like
familiar or just like a jewelry box?
It looks like a jewelry box, a very expensive box that, as far as you know, was not in the original creation of this bonfire.
She puts the drinks down on like a rock or something, and she's just gonna go up and watch. I'm gonna say anything.
And you said it wasn't burning, but like, is it hot? Is it hot to the touch?
No, it's as if it wasn't in there.
Interesting. What is that? Hold on, I wanna see what this is. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take the pitten that I have, like the steel spike. I'm gonna fucking, cause there's it's like a glass. It's like glass on the top, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna smash it.
Okay, so you smash it, and
Bro,
you realize as soon as you hit that glass that the jewelry box is a lot deeper than you actually think it is. Not as deep as the bag, but this is by a few inches.
And the jewelry that was inside when I first saw it is still in there, right?
Yes. You have.
Can I-
Go ahead.
I was just gonna grab all of them.
Okay. Yeah, you grab. So you grab the ring, the wedding ring. You grab the signet ring, effectively, and then you grab the chain to this, which you could assume a necklace. And as you pull it out, there's a ring attached to it.
Does it look like the necklace that I had?
Yes.
Can I grab it? I'm gonna try and rip it out of her hand. Just the necklace.
Are you allowing it to be ripped out of your hand?
They all saw that necklace that came out of the bag, right?
Yes.
Because they effectively look the exact same.
Yes.
She's gonna grab it. She's gonna try and grab it.
I don't feel like he's like not awake enough to make a quick movement to like snatch it back. So like you like yeah.
She grabs it and looks at it for a minute, like in a what the.
What the fuck? What was that for? Hello?
Give me. We all have things we need to explain. This is the necklace that came out of the bag. Remember? We all saw it, right? I'm not crazy.
Yes.
Okay. And she like shakes the bag that the thing came out of.
Wasn't it? What?
I'm
the-
all of a sudden remembering. I didn't tell you what happened. I put
What?
it on and saw
What?
something, and then it disappeared.
What did you see?
I think it was the same thing. She looks up and kind of acknowledges the fact that there's people around and makes an attempt to not be loud about it.
No,
I put it on. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that you saw in the gym, but I was in the place of one of the things.
Play some what?
Those creatures, I guess, that were around the table doing things. I was in one of the seats doing paperwork, and I felt like I was late. And then I woke up. But you guys were gone, so I didn't... She's gonna put it back on. She puts it on.
Fucking hell.
You put it on, it feels like a normal necklace.
Good to know.
Nothing special happened.
Takes it off. Good to know.
Dead.
Okay, if that wasn't a normal necklace,
How happy.
why? First of all, why would you put it on?
Enemies exist.
After the fact that you just told me that you just saw this, like, crazy thing that I saw. Why?
To see if it would happen again.
You're dumb.
We all are!
Dumb because there's a
No,
genius.
I'm real.
You broke... She stopped screaming for a minute. The person who gave this to me, or not gave it to me, put it in the bag, said that I was late picking it up originally. When I went to go originally find the gem, like when I went to see if we can get it smuggled out, he said that I was late and then left it in one of the smugglers I know. And then they gave it to me, right? So why did they put it back?
So no one walks out of the carriage.
Were you in the carriage with the prince?
Yeah.
What did you go in there?
Wait, I don't know. I just know that my character was asleep. I would assume.
I assume
He
you
went
were
back to
asleep
the-
out because
Yeah.
only
True, probably.
Were you in there with the prince, or were you sleeping out with everybody else?
I would say I was sleeping out with everyone else.
Okay.
So no one finally wakes up and it's like, what are you guys yelling about?
Shut the fuck up.
nothing. Here's tea.
Good morning. I grabbed that second cup because now I'm just like, I don't want tea. Like, I want it, but like now I don't want it. I just walk over to the carriage and go to wake up the prince.
I'm gonna put the necklace back in the bag.
So you go to wake up the prince, and where you remember his head being is not there. You look further into the carriage. He is there. But every time you've seen him, he either has a very stoic look, is very pensive, or he is smiling. Right now, you cannot read this face. You don't know what's going on in his head.
And he's awake.
He's awake. You can't tell how long he's been awake.
Morning. We have
Just-
tea.
He just nods at you.
I'm just gonna set this right here, and I set it on like the
You want to do an insight check?
Do the inside check.
See if you can't figure out what's going on in his head.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna set it. I'm gonna set this cup down on like the seat like closest.
Yeah. He doesn't,
to me.
he doesn't
Yeah,
acknowledge it.
yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and do an insight check.
He's looking through you, effectively, to whatever is behind you.
So us?
No. So behind Vivian is the road.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It just looks like he's looking off into the distance.
Why am I so bad tonight? I got an 8.
You
God damn it.
can't tell if he's constipated and he's trying really hard not to shit himself right now, or if he's generally just going through something.
Please tell me you're recording still.
I am. You don't know.
You gotta
whether
put that
or
in
not
quotes?
He just got a really bad tummy ache, and he's like hard focused. Like he woke up and he was like, "That was close." One of those. Or if he is really trying to like go figure out some stuff.
That's fucking funny.
He doesn't want to push. He doesn't want to push anything.
Push it.
Don't make him shit himself though.
I want to see that happen.
There's doors to this?
Yes.
Okay. Like the back, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna step in, close the door behind him, and like sit across from the teeth when he sat down. And just kind of wait.
He still stares off into the distance. And it gets to the point where you're like, oh, he's just constipated. Like, he's really focusing on it. And you get up to leave. And he says, he kind of very hoarse voice. I know what you mean. I've seen it all. Have you ever known you've seen too much?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen a millennia of too much. And you see him just kind of mentally shut down again.
He's just gonna... Give me a moment.
Put the tea in his hand.
Well, why don't you drink this? I heard it helps with stomach aches.
I heard it helps with stress.
He is gonna pick up the tea and kind of like walk over and like gently try and hand it over.
Maybe the warmth will keep him grounded.
Yeah. Your voice seems a little dry.
I woke up when you went on your shift.
You've been up the whole time?
Yes. I was in a joint. That sky last night. Have you ever seen that many stars?
At one point?
It wasn't a starry night. It was overcast. There was not a single star in that sky that you could see.
I'm just gonna go with it. At one point.
You've seen, experienced the days, the hours, the months, the years of those stars. How long it takes for us to realize that what we're looking at is nothing but a dead puff of nothing.
We broke him.
I've seen the beginning and the end. What time is nothing come?
What do you mean by that?
You see him try to formulate how to explain. I've seen the world be born and destroyed as many times as you could count stars in the sky. I made a mistake. And now I paid. And then he doesn't drink the tea. He just sits in his hand and kind of just stares off into the sky. And as you look into his eyes and what he's looking at now that you've gotten this close. It is, before it was a bright shade of blue. And now you can see where the shade of blue was is now the same starry black as the book.
We broke him. He's broken.
Yep. Oh boy.
Well, we still have a little bit. We have a little ways to go. Maybe you can get some sleep on the way. And he turns and leaves.
He's just like, this is above my pay grade. Whatever you're going through, you figure this out.
We caused it, but you figure it out.
I got my own shit to deal with. There's necklace. Hey, look, this is this is a lot right now.
We'll come back to your problems. You can afford
immediately from the carriage, wagon, whatever the fuck you want to call it, beeline toward Novum.
Oh no.
We fucked up.
We fucked up!
Don't go in the wagon right now.
Why?
Why not?
I think our prince, our highness, is losing it.
Because I killed one of his friends?
He just said, I've seen it all. And his eyes are not what they usually look like.
Should we go check on him? Maybe.
What do they look like?
No, give him space.
I think he needs help. People's eye colors don't normally just change.
Curse? Vex?
They're about as black as my future.
That's
I think
cool.
he might have been cursed.
Like, are they pitch black?
They're like
Should we go check?
skin book black with stars.
Uh,
You know
There's
what?
windows, right?
No one takes a moment, looks around, sees, like, looks around for, like, anyone or, like, there, before pulling out the book
I'm
and
gonna
opening.
stand in between Novum and the book and the dwarf. Just so the dwarf can't see it.
Yeah.
Just make a wall. There's nothing to see here.
The dwarf is awake, and you can see him kind of like look at the commotion. He watched you walk into the cart, heard mumbles, heard you run out of the cart effectively, and you can see his face go from, oh, we're about to go on another journey, to clearly I'm intruding. He doesn't have anything to occupy himself with. So he's just kind of messing with the reins and like making designs with the reins in his hand. You see him like make
I love the
a
dwarf.
clover.
Oh, the
You
dwarf
see
is
him make
best
like a
character.
snake. And he's like looking at it, inspecting it.
So no one flips through the pages and opens to the Starry Night and goes, "Are you sure it looks like this?"
Looks just like it.
So
I don't know what the hell happened.
no one
At
looks
least to him.
back at the book after hearing what Vivian had said, and decides to turn the page to see if there's anything that had been added to the book.
You turn the page? Are you sure you want to turn the page?
Yeah.
Something you actually want to do.
Yeah,
Might as well.
it's something I want to do.
Okay. So as you turn the page, you see nothing. There's nothing next to the page. No.
Damn it, I wrote nothing.
You turn the page and you see a symbol. You've never seen this before. It only takes up one side of the page. And it is, and I'm gonna link it in the art. Actually, no, link it in the art. That's for you guys.
Maps?
We'll do
It's
map.
linked in the art.
We'll do this. Well, I'll describe it. It is a circle with a vertical line going through it, and then what looks like to those of you guys that know spells, it looks like the conjuration symbol upside down.
Okay then.
So
Okay.
what do we do?
I don't know. This is brand new, as you can tell.
Maybe it's a sigil? For a spell?
You can give me an Arcana check and see.
What's my Arcana? It's awful.
I'm gonna do one after you.
I can try. Mine's a
You can
plus one.
assist. You guys can assist on the Arcana check and give her advantage.
Okay.
Please.
So do we roll twice or once?
Nope, she'll roll twice and take the highest of the two. You guys are giving her advantage on it, putting your
I also
collective
have plus
ones
2
together.
bonus.
I have a +1, so let's go with you. And I'll give you advantage.
Alright.
Can I also give a bardic inspiration?
You totally can.
I'll do that as well.
Oh.
That's an extra d6. So we just give her an automatic advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So roll twice.
Okay, so how's this gonna work?
Roll twice, take
Yeah.
the higher.
Yep.
And then add a d6.
And then roll a d6 and add that.
Nice.
20.
What was it? Sorry.
21.
21.
Aw.
With the 21, you know for a fact this is no sigil. This is no arcane. Well, there are arcane nature to it. You kind of look at it 100%. You see the symbol of conjuration upside down. What you notice about that symbol is that if you were to get rid of the conjuration symbol, you notice that it is the not widely known. Only those who are old and spending time thinking about and learning about history. The symbol of Lord Io, who is widely considered the creator god, the god that created all the other gods and all the worlds and all the other dimensions.
Fun. We've only been gone a day.
Yeah, we've literally only been gone a day.
Well, we set the castle on fire in a day, so I guess this is
There it is.
You
better.
said this. Yeah, I need to see this. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's cool. I kind of want that tattooed on me.
doesn't mean anything in real life, at least. So.
Oh yeah, but it means something to us.
Yeah.
Not that we know yet, but
And this was like, okay, so like a symbol of Io.
Yeah, so the symbol of Aya, if you look at the picture, it is the circle with a straight line going through it. And then you can see almost superimposed on top of that is the conjuration symbol flipped upside down. You do know, usually writing over religious symbols seen as a bad thing. You do also know that schools of magic written upside down are never a good thing. They are usually used for nefarious reasons.
Do I like? Hold on. We're fucked.
Why?
would I know that bit about the magic thing being a bad, like if it's flipped, it's a bad thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
you know that, but you've never seen the symbol together, so you're not 100% sure what that could mean.
Ooh, what about my character?
You know of Lord Io.
It's a pretty picture.
You know that he is considered the creator god. Not many people know a symbol of him, let alone would write it. He's not. If you could think of the most unpopular god in the pantheon, and he is worshipped more than Lord Io is, solely off of the fact that Io created all the other gods. He's been lost through time.
Viv is just kind of lost for words.
So when did the first picture show up again, Novum? The one with us in it?
With all of us,
Yeah.
my 21st birthday.
How old are you now?
Yeah, I'm really sure my character's 21 still.
Oh, so we have no time. I was hoping that, like, it showed up when you were 14 and you had a lot of time before it happened. Because that's not good. That's
So, okay. You said that the prince's eyes were as starry as the Novum flips through the pages and goes to the Starry Night as this. And flips the page. Look at us in this page being together because of the king. And then flips the page. No, look at us.
Huh?
Are you flipping pages?
Yeah, like that we know of, that's already written on.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
And now there's this symbol.
So you flip the page back to the symbol, and there is another one on the opposite page. There's now two of that symbol.
Stop flipping pages! What does this one look like?
It's the same thing, same exact symbol,
Interesting.
just duplicated.
We're double fucked. Alrighty. I don't know where to go from here.
We need to go to Maka.
Where?
The capital, the capital of.
Isn't that where we're going?
Yeah, but we need to go.
So Novum shuts the book and puts it back in her bag.
You don't want to flip the pages a few more times, see if anything else is interesting. No?
Okay. I'll risk it later, but not right now.
Okay.
We have enough.
I mean, two negatives cancel each other out and make a positive, right?
I don't think that's how it works in real life.
But there's magic, so. Yeah, are you guys gonna get ready to travel?
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Can I have? Well, considering that Vivian threw out the cakes, shouldn't we go out looking for something to eat while we're on the road?
We were given
guys have
rations.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
like one ration.
Well, we were given some by the.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Who has those?
There are extra rations.
There's probably
on
in
cart.
the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Never mind.
Just
Uh,
get in the cart with the broken prince.
well, this morning was eventful.
You guys get in the cart.
Yeah.
So you guys all kind of pile in the cart, and the prince looks normal.
I'm just gonna look at Vivian like.
Yeah, he doesn't look.
Like,
He definitely still looks sullen. A lot less than he did when you guys told him all the information. It looks like he's processed a good chunk of that information now, but he looks
That's one of
like
us.
he did before.
so are his eyes back to being blue, or is it
His eyes are blue.
no one just looks at Vivian like,
We both just look at Vivian like, what the fuck?
I
like
just
bro,
stare-
what?
I just stare at the prince.
Does he still have the cup?
Yeah, he said it's empty.
Oh, so he drank it at least.
He just kind of waves at you all.
Waves.
Yeah, he does one of those. Are we all ready to depart?
No,
You guys
it's
seem to have some pressing issues outside.
no more than usual.
Fair enough.
I almost set the wagon on fire. That's about it.
Yeah, that hasn't been explained, but you know.
As expected from you all. And he kind of knocks on the top of the wagon, and you guys lurch forward and start moving.
What the fuck is happening? She's just staring at the roof of the thing. She's just like sitting in her chair, just like.
Viv is just staring, like continuing to like eye the prince.
No one was just staring at the floorboards, just thinking about her, the temple of like Inkai, what she's seen, like and like the recent events and like how, like trying to put connections together. So like she's like really in deep thought.
Can I do an insight check on the prince?
Yeah, go for it.
Probably should be doing it on Vivian. Alright.
What's real? What isn't real?
Is this all a dream? Did I ever leave? 19.
19.
Damn.
He's very happy-go-lucky. Like you could see him start to kind of process and get over a lot of the stuff. And you don't know if he's shelving it, if he's faking it, or if he's actually processed it. But he definitely looks a lot happier than he did before. And as you're kind of giving him a quick up and down, you have that necklace on, right?
No, I put it in the bag.
Oh, you put it in the back of the
Yeah, I didn't wear that. Are you kidding? But after what happened last time I wore it, that shit got tossed in the bag, and the other bag got tossed in the bag. No, she's just wearing that other bag though.
Yeah, he's just kind of, he's not talking to you guys, but he's, relaxing.
I should have worn it.
I thought you were wearing it.
No, I put it in the bag that it originally came in.
Oh,
That like
okay.
weird leather one with the metal inside.
Oh, okay.
That you haven't shown anybody else.
No, they all saw it.
Just
No,
not the prince.
Not
Yeah,
the
that's
print.
what-
I mean, the prince has seen the outside of it because I'm wearing it, but
Yeah.
everyone because I kind of like panicked when it started lighting me on or like burning me, and then I like very kind of eventually pulled the necklace out of it.
Which I love that you're like, all right, cool. The reason why it was on fire because the necklace is in it. Let's put another necklace in it.
If it starts burning him again, we'll find out. I figured it'd be safe in there.
Just trying to think.
I'm debating whether or not to keep on messing with you guys,
Please no.
or just give you guys a break. I'm ready.
Please. Can we go to an actual carnival and just watch everyone have a panic attack?
This is normal carnival. I see an elf. Let's die!
A racist!
No!
I'm racist.
Cake!
The fuck are these people? Specifically, the prince yells cake.
I will say you guys have been traveling for a few hours now.
Okay.
No one's really making any noise, and you start to hear the driver whistle, and he's whistling that carnival tune.
No one, I feel like no one would snap out of her thoughts and like look at like Vivian. Like, am I hearing this right?
I've heard the music before, right?
Yes.
She
Oh,
will kind of look at everyone, kind of like, all hearing it, yeah?
Is it catchy?
I mean, as catchy as a carnival tune could be.
Let me hear a carnival tune real quick.
But like more fantastical.
Would I be able to replicate that music if I
Um,
wanted to on like one of my instruments?
Depending on the instrument, yes.
I have flutes. What do I have? I think a pan flute.
I don't believe it needs to be a stringed instrument.
Boo.
The only reason I asked whether or not it is catchy, when Novum looks over at Viv's like staring at the ground. And like he's listening to like the dwarf, whistle this.
Yeah, it's a very good rendition of the song.
Yeah.
Missing some of the few percussion in it, but it definitely gets the melody correct.
Yeah. I don't think he'd catch himself, but he'd probably, weirdly enough, join in.
Okay.
But like hum it.
All right.
Novum just looks at Vivian weirdly, like, "Are you good, bro?" And then slowly looks to like Cass and is like, "Bro."
She kind of looks between them and is just like this. No, and then looks up. Or is there like a window or something that we see the dwarf in? She's gonna try and get his attention. Be like, so where have you heard that song before?
He can't hear you. He's whistling a lot louder than you thought he could whistle. He's very focused on the road, not really paying you guys much attention.
Knock on the roof.
Nothing. But now that Viv's joined in and the sound starts to kind of fill out a little bit more and it sounds a little bit more like the actual song, it is pretty catchy. You find yourself kind of absent-mindedly kind of tapping your foot to it.
Can I try and add to it with my flute?
Yes, you can. There are some wind instruments that aren't getting hit.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
So I pull out my pan flute, kind of like look at it for a minute, and like look up and go, "This is a bad idea," and then just join.
Okay. Yeah, the sound starts really filling the small cart. You see the prince kind of bouncing along to it, not really concerned about it that much. Noble, what are you gonna do?
Novum was just like nearly having a panic attack watching this.
It is now like this. You could definitely see yourself dancing to this. Like, even as it is, this is very melodic music.
Does it remind me of like what I remember the Vistani, like when they would come and trade with us?
Never heard this song before.
Okay.
No.
Not even a vibe.
It,
No.
Fuck.
is it the same song Novum heard when she touched the gauntlet? And oh,
It is the same song you've all heard at different points in your short adventures now. But it's super catchy. Like, before, it was annoying because it was creepy. But now that you're kind of safe as far as you guys consider yourself,
Now that we know where it's coming from.
yeah, you're like, I can kind of bop to this, you know?
We just summoned something.
what else is there to the song that needs to be filled?
Percussion?
Right now, you are missing percussion.
Do it! Join us! We're gonna
I feel like Cass
Is there any way to make like a weird history check on this?
You could totally make a history check.
Okay.
Are you joining in on the percussion?
Hey, it's a 22.
Is it a natural 20?
It was a natural 20.
So
Yeah, it's a natural 20.
you try to think back a little bit, and you can't think of anywhere you've heard this. And then you think further back, and you remember a story. Only heard it once. You heard of a traveling carnival where it would stop at certain places unannounced, yet there were flyers there the week before. It would set up shop overnight, seemingly without any help, and it would run a normal circus. And the night that it finished, it seemed as if it instantly was deconstructed, and they would start to leave. The story goes, though, is that as they were leaving, this song would play, and those who are weak of mind would join the circus, and they would never be seen again. You only heard it once. It was a folk tale, but that's where you remember this song from.
It's so weird that I got a 22.
Yeah, we get percussion.
We get percussion.
All right, so as you guys start to really fill this song out, now adding the percussion, you kind of lose yourselves to the song.
Does this count as charmed?
Look how I started this.
Why would you do this?
And then you hear the dwarf sneeze. And you realize that he's not whistling anymore, but you still hear his part. And you all start to slowly, one by one, stop playing your part, but the sound doesn't stop.
Oh,
It
lovely.
instead gets louder. And then you start hearing the sound of people. You look out of the windows, you don't see anybody, but you hear kids, parents laughing.
Oh, fuck that.
Fuck that!
The cart seems to smoothen out a little bit. The ride seems to come to a smooth kind of on a pavement road. You smell food being cooked. You hear carnival games being played.
Vivian's stomach growls.
And the song begins to be heard from seemingly nowhere, hearing all the parts separately, but not being able to identify a direction in which they come from. and then you look out the window, and you see the outside of a big tent. And then the music stops. You hear a knock at the door. And the cart stops.
Does the prince look like perturbed?
The prince is still nodding along to the music,
I want to punch him.
like on tempo.
No thought, dumbass.
We put some thoughts in there and he just fuck. I'm not answering it.
I feel like Nova will like kind of like reach for like one of her like weapons, like just in case.
Don't.
Like maybe like since I would imagine since it's like not a very open space, I feel like she'd grab one of her hand axes,
Okay.
like as a precaution.
Okay.
Just wait to see if I hear another knock.
You gotta kind of wait.
I do.
I'm thinking.
Okay. Well, as you're kind of thinking, you hear another knock. This time, slightly more urgent.
Alright, I'm gonna open the door.
Like Vivian takes out his dagger, and Al, who is on his lap, he places he reaches over and places him on the prince's lap because the prince is just jamming.
Okay, so
Yeah.
who's closer to the door?
I assume it would be Novum.
Are you
I'm-
fucking kidding me?
I'll say Novum and
If I'm gonna answer the door, should it be me?
Kestrel. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say he's the closest to the
She'll
door.
open the door.
Okay.
Very slowly, but she'll open it.
And like
Oh,
as
what?
she's slowly opening the door, I feel like Novum would like slowly take out the hang axe.
Just put a hand.
Just
You're gonna have like a handout so that so you don't just randomly pull it. Just kind of like a give it a minute kind of thing. And if I jump back, then go ahead.
yeah.
So you open the door, and you see the dwarf standing there. Visible concern on his face. Oh, well, are you guys going to leave? We've arrived.
Oh.
Just-
Oh. Novum
I
just
want to wait.
puts the hand axe back.
Right.
Been here for a few minutes now. No one left. I figured you might have all fell asleep. Is there a reason you all have your weapons out, pointed at me? Exactly.
Spooky season. You're kind of spooked.
We.
Yeah.
Very spooked, that is for sure.
She's gonna get out of the. She's gonna get out.
Yes. Well. it
Viv
is-
takes Al back.
Fair.
What the fuck kind of mushroom trip?
D&D campaign is a whole ass mushroom trip.
Well, thank you. So the dwarf is like, well, I am going to get some much needed sleep and probably some more food. The place, they should be there. It's about midday, a few hours before nighttime, and we'll leave in the morning. Is that all good with everybody?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
He bids you all adieu.
Hmm.
And then he leaves.
Did we ever catch his name?
No.
They didn't tell us before we left with him. We didn't hear it at all.
Never.
Can
never.
Because he was no, because he
Flag
mumbled
him
his.
down.
Yeah, totally.
she's gonna kind of flag him down for me. She's like, I wanted to visit your friends here, but I don't want to like seem like a random person, so I don't know if I can like say your name so they know I'm not like gonna rob them or
You want my name or their names?
your name, just so they know that I know someone they know. Just not show up randomly, be like, hey, and start asking questions like a weirdo.
Well, my name is a bit complicated. I don't know if you speak our tongue.
I do speak Dwarven, actually.
Okay. Well, for simplicity's sake, introducing me, I go by Vam, V-A-M. But if you want to be super official, my name is Vermoid.
Can you DM me that so I can just copy paste it?
Vermoid Cave Mantle is my full name.
Alright, I appreciate it.
I'll just throw it because this is a public conversation.
Yeah.
I almost got it. I was missing an M.
Yes.
Almost.
Is there anything else?
No, that's all.
Okay. Well, you all do enjoy the day.
You as well.
And then he turns. And he gets maybe 50 feet away. And he turns and he says, Oh, don't forget to enjoy the carnival. And he turns and he leaves.
What? I don't want to go to the carnival! Ah! Is there actually a carnival? Are there like flyers?
There are no flyers here.
Oh.
I want to get back in the cocoon.
Would Navum and Vivian here?
Yeah, you all heard that.
We have to do that carnival, don't we?
Do you? Do you have to do anything in this game?
I'm not.
All we have to do is pay taxes and die.
I'm not into carnivals. I'm not.
I'm
going.
not either.
Nowhere.
I don't want it. Nope. I am gonna go see if they found any information on our friend that we know is dead. Or was that supposed to happen later?
That happens here. That happens here.
Was that supposed to happen later in the day though, or as soon as we got there?
You requested for it to happen before you left in the morning.
Good. Okay.
So you can check and see if it's done.
I want to go to that address first that he gave me with his friends.
Okay. Are you going by yourself or are you going with people?
I will put the offer out.
Mm.
It's
No one kind of.
because they lived in the church with Riddleman. So that's the only reason I'm going.
So, none of us are going to the carnival?
Do you want to go to the carnival?
There's no carnival happening right now. As far as you guys know, there's no flyers or anything like that.
Unless I'm held at sword point to go to that fucking carnival, I'm not stepping foot near it.
Same. What's the prince doing?
Vibing.
Yeah. The prince is already gone.
Oh,
You guys didn't see him leave.
son of-
My rat.
You took him back. You said you took him back.
Oh yeah.
My rat!
I love that's what you're worried about. Not the prince managed to disappear.
Yeah, that's my second
That is
concern.
noticing.
My rat.
So, I think it's agreed that we don't go to the carnival and stay as a group?
Yeah.
Somewhat?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool.
Seems like every time we split up, something bad happens.
Yeah, someone dies.
Anyways,
Off to the address we go.
So you guys kind of go to this kind of shabby looking house.
Don't house shame them.
I'm saying it. And you get there, and there is a small gnome woman that answers the door. Clearly in her elder years. How may I help you?
Give me 1 sec to come up with something. Hi. So we're traveling with someone named Vemoid Cavemantle, and he's.
Oh, are you friends of Vam? He is from the house across the street. They moved.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
It's mighty fine.
Slowly backs up. You have a great day.
And she closes the door.
Turn the fuck
You
around.
turn, and everywhere else in this place, in this town, the houses have been shabby is the bad word for it, but very small houses, nothing too remarkable. You turn, and you see what looks like a castle in comparison. It's a big front lawn, gated.
so you're saying that the dwarf makes
house.
bank.
And as you kind of take in the house, you realize that all the shrubbery is dead, the grass is dead, and the house looks decrepit and falling apart.
Please don't set the grass on fire, Novum.
Down with the dead grass. And our dead grass overlord.
Don't worry, I won't.
The house look livable? Or that someone lives there?
You see lights on in the
Oh,
inside.
fucking haunted house. Fucking walk up to the door and knock.
Alright, yeah, you walk up on this dirt path, dead shrubs and stuff kind of littering it. It clearly hasn't been taken care of in years. And you knock on it, and you don't hear any movement towards the door. You hear movement inside of the house. You don't hear anything towards the door.
Oh, we gonna play this game? I'm gonna keep knocking.
You knock again.
We'll sit here
And-
and knock all day.
You hear what sounds like the creaking of a chair. You hear just the long, and you hear walking,
Regrets. I have regrets.
and the walking kind of speeds up just a little bit as it gets closer to the door. And the door kind of opens a little bit, and you see a pair of gray eyes look back at you.
Just eyes?
Just the eyes.
It's a mimic!
Who can I help?
I heard through a friend of yours, or supposedly yours, that you've been to Brittleman's, and I was just hoping if we can ask some questions. Ask.
We've never been there before. And the door closes.
Can I insight that?
Yes.
Uh, 19.
So when you said Brittleman's, you saw his eye narrow in recollection.
Can I catch
And-
the door before it closes?
You totally can try to stick your foot in the door before it closes.
You can totally stick your door in the foot.
Go for
Can
it.
I not use my foot? Because that feels like I'm gonna get it crushed.
I mean, it's better than your hand.
Is it? Because I walk on my feet. I feel like since I'm a magic user, my hands are less, I don't have strength, mind you. I have a -1 on my strength.
I have
You can totally just let the door close in your face.
+4. I can try to, like, pa.
Would you,
You know?
would you think about it, though? Like, would you think about catching the door before it closes? Because...
I mean, like, what?
if it's not a natural, like, thought process for...
Yeah.
for your character.
Probably, like, nah. Probably, like, not in the moment.
Alright. So...
Like, no one would think, like, it's incredibly rude to do that. And kind of, like, pop at the door. I feel like. I don't know.
I'll knock on the door again.
You hear the steps moving away from the door.
I'm gonna break a door! I don't want to break
Novum
the door.
just slightly taps on Cass's shoulder and goes, "Can I try?"
Have at it.
Okay. Novum approaches the door,
Oh no.
right? And puts her hand in a fist.
Oh no!
Right?
I should
And just, like, loud, like,
cop knock.
pounds on the door, like, pretty hard, but not too hard to, like, break it down.
So you do the loud, and you hear the creaking again. This time a lot faster, and you hear the steps stomping at the door.
Hug.
The door opens.
We're gonna
Same
kill. We're gonna get killed.
Great eye. I've never been there.
You're
Now,
lying.
says who?
Look, it's gonna be a he said, she said thing kind of right now. I can tell you're lying. I just want to ask a question about it. All right?
I want to do an intimidation thing.
Have fun.
Okay.
I'm fully on board with this.
If you don't let us in, I'm literally going to take my dagger,
Okay, let's not
and
threaten him
stab-
that way.
your eyes out. If you don't tell us about Brittlemans,
Can I help her with that? Like, give, like how we helped on the
Yeah.
thing?
Go ahead. You can get you can advantage.
yo, I have to roll, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And who has the highest intimidation?
Fucking damn it!
I have a +5.
Already
okay,
rolled.
you
An
do.
intimidation?
Yeah.
It's we have already rolled with your advantage.
Oh shit. Never mind.
What is it?
7.
God damn it!
So you say
Need
that,
us?
and you can see it's not that he doesn't believe what you're saying. In fact, you could tell that it lands with him. You could tell just by looking at his eyes, he's experienced worse than what you're offering. And he just kind of nods his head. He says, "Well, I'll be seeing you inside then," and closes the door again.
How much trouble do you guys think we'd be in if I thunderclap the door open?
You have a name of a person he's associated with that you have yet to use.
Oh, did I not use it?
You guys walked up, you're like,
No,
"Sorry,
no
motherfucker,
one-
Bertleman."
Novum looks
I
at
was
Cass
nice
and
when
goes,
I first did it.
"Do you want me to do that again and try to be aggressive about it?"
Give me one more chance. I'm going to try.
Just don't want you guys to break this door down. That would have been.
I can.
I
I will. I
was about to.
fucking can. I have thunderclap. I've been dying to use that cantrip. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of knock on the door like normal, and then just I'm gonna say, we're on a... It's like a quest, right? That's what we have?
Yes.
We're on a quest from the king, and we have a stop in Brittleman. And our driver, Vimoy Cavemantle, mentioned that you guys had been there before. And we keep hearing how awful it is, and we just want to know what we're headed into.
So when you say the name, and you kind of wait and listen for the creep.
We get my thunderclap wedding.
The creep never happens as the door just opens. There's a crack, and you see the eyes. Vam sent you.
He told us about you and that we might be able to ask questions about where we're going.
You can tell he kind of looks at your eyes, kind of sizing everybody up. And he says, 1 second. He closes the door. And you hear no less than 10 different locks.
Damn.
You
Oh,
hear
we
some,
love that trope.
some sliding, some clicking,
Slide.
and the door opens maybe an extra inch. And then he reaches in front, and you see him press what at first you thought was just part of the door. It's a button. He presses it. And you look down, and you see a razor wire slide into the floor. And then the door fully opens.
Well, good thing we didn't barge the door down.
I think that would have been funnier, but out of character. That was not in character.
I should have just broke this door down.
It would have been funny, one of us tripping on razor wire.
As you open the door, as he opens the door, and you get a full view of this person, it is a middle-aged human, graying hair, pale face, and you realize that he is the one eye that you saw is his only working eye. The other eye, clearly blind. You see him wearing leather straps on top of common clothes in what could best be described as a gun holster of sorts on his hip.
Interesting.
And he just ushers you guys in.
Go in.
And he closes the door, and you turn and you see what is only the paranoid schizophrenic like dream of just lock after lock after lock and security system, and you see some dials that he messes with. And he turns and looks at you all. He says, "It's almost time. You have about 2 hours before I will have to ask you to leave."
Almost time
And
for
he-
what?
For prayer. And he walks off into the common room. And when you guys look around, this looks like a different house. The outside has clearly never been tended to. But the inside of this place looks like brand new. The furniture is immaculate. There's not a single speck of dust anywhere.
Interesting.
And he sits down on this big leather couch, and he invites you guys to sit down in chairs, kind of surrounding a table.
Let's just sit down.
Yeah.
Let's fuck up this poor man's door.
They're just gonna stay standing, but like, is there like a wall that you could like lean on?
Yeah, there is a wall, and you kind of find a wall that isn't adorned with like random knickknacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He eyes you for a second, and you can see that he doesn't like the fact that you're not sitting down, but he understands the fact that you're not sitting down.
I can't have a door to my back.
he just nods at you and says, what can I do for you?
So we're supposed to go to, what was the name of the capital again? I keep forgetting.
You mean your mission?
Like, yeah,
quest?
or like our actual quest. It's like Maka.
Yeah,
Okay,
Maka.
yeah.
So we are supposed to go to Maka, but on the way we were allowed to pick a place that we were kind of just a stop that we can make. And we heard stories of a church in Brittlemans, and it seems to have something to do with a personal personal events for us. So we wanted to go, but we
He cuts you off right there. Don't go. Don't change your whatever location you want to go. Go to Kaid. Go to any other village. Don't stop.
Kaid is
Sounds-
almost worse. Can I ask
Ooh.
what's so awful about Brittlemans?
That church that you're looking for is what's awful. That church is the reason why I'm here. I've abandoned family, faith, to live here. It's seeped into my family. That curse. Best I can call it.
So are you saying that the church itself is cursed?
That would be too easy to explain. Too easy to pass it off as the church being cursed. No, it's not the church. It's the doctrine that they embed into your brain. It's the people. It's a cancer. Nothing more, nothing less.
So the town itself is the curse.
No, not the town. The people of that church. The doctrine of that church. It has infested women, children, men, soldiers, warriors of great stature.
Is there a specific entity or god that they follow?
I left before I realized what they were worshiping. They always described him as the Red Prince. I didn't like what it had become. I tried to pull my family out, but sometimes your reaction is too late.
I'm looking at my notes. I could have sworn the Red Prince was mentioned before.
I remember. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at my notes too. I'm just trying to pull up what I wrote for it. I thought I remember writing. The listener. That's what I wrote down. Is there an entity that they would follow by the name of the listener?
The listener.
I overheard it in a conversation. It was one of the only reasons we decided to go there.
The only person I could think of that would have that title is no entity, and it definitely is no person you should wish to seek out. It's a twisted man, the root cause, I believe, of what happened to that church. He brought whatever curse fell upon that church.
Alright. Fuck. Ah. Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that.
I'm trying to think of a. Are there any other questions that we want to ask or no?
Would I know anything about this Red Prince?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Brand new to you.
Okay.
Is it possible to do a religion check to see if I know anything, or do I know
Sure.
anything? All right.
You can go ahead and give me a religion check. You all can give me religion checks. They might
Okay.
come up.
What's my religion? Not good, I can tell you
17.
that. Where is? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's bad. 18.
Okay. Am I getting another religion check or no?
I got a 12.
Okay. When try to think back to what the Red Prince could be, you don't have a single clue. None of you. It seems like either a new startup religion or something that has changed names over time. But it doesn't connect with the way that he's describing the way that he seems hurt by what happened. You couldn't place a deity on that. Not with nothing but malicious intent, it seems.
Can you maybe describe what the doctrine was? Like, the practices? This is in character, by the way. Just what they would do?
What they would do.
Just...
You see him kind of sit back in his chair. He says, the doctrine of silence. Absolute obedience. Once that bell rang, if you spoke, you said. You worship. Even that allowed to you. The most devoted word. Silence. Forever.
The
You could tell that they didn't want whatever they had anymore. You could tell that when they got silence, when they got whatever, however closer they wanted to be to whatever God they believed in, they wanted nothing but to leave. Muted screams in a church full of silence. It was deafening. But if you spoke, if you made noise, you would have wished to be silent. That was their doctrine. Fear, silence, obedience, prayer. This is why I don't wish for anyone to encounter that church. All it takes is you believing once, and it's stuck. Unlike any other church, you are not a visitor. When you enter in, you are a worshiper. You will follow the rules of that church, or suffer the consequences like any other. I've seen it, and do not wish to ever experience it again. But like I said, reaction is not always perfect. And at this time, you can see him really start to not unravel, but kind of shrink in on himself as you all start to hear footsteps throughout the house as an elfin woman walks across the living room behind him. And as she turns to move into the kitchen, not giving you guys any mind, you notice that her mouth is sewn shut. And as she walks past, you look at him and you see that this is the cause of his hurt.
Big ass fucking water bottle. Oh my god.
It's my gallon.
Well,
It's my player tears. What I do is I kill all your characters after tormenting you for a while, and then I collect your tears and I drink it for the next group. Keeps me hydrated.
I was gonna say you must be dehydrated as fuck. Those are some salty ass tears. Does anyone else have any questions?
Were the bells that you mentioned, were there like church bells?
Yes. There were a few, actually. There was one at midnight, one at sundown, and if my memory serves me correctly, one at noon, which is why I wish for you guys to leave as soon as possible. Sadly, this house still follows those rules. And in about an hour, silence is required.
Alright. Well, thank you for talking with us. I don't want to intrude any more than we have. So, we will be on our way.
I implore the three of you, do not travel to that place. Stay as far away as you can. Whatever demons lie there, let them lie. The curiosities of man is not worth the torment of hell.
A deep ass fucking quote.
Philosopher? Write that shit down.
I was gonna put it in quotes. Yeah, no, I want the fuck out of this house. So she's gonna kind of get up respectfully and back the fuck out.
Are you all leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there anymore.
So you guys start to leave. You guys don't know how to unlock that door.
Ah, son of a...
The door is locked. And you see this man stand up and slowly start walking towards you. And he looks at the clock. And the face that is made as he looks at that clock is one of hurry and panic. As he sprints over to the door and he starts unlocking. And you see him start to fumble with some of the locks.
What the fuck is in here? Please don't put this in here.
He gets to the bottom of the lock as you hear the bells ring, seemingly from nowhere. There being no grandfather clock nor church bells in this entire town. Yet you hear them as if they were atop the roof. And this, what was ambient sound, seems to die. as you see him, hand on the final lock, contemplate whether or not he makes the noise needed to unlock it. And he looks at you, and he unlocks it, opens the door, shoves you out. And as he unlocks it, you hear the sounds of hundreds tormented as the floor starts to creak, and you see the wife sprints around the corner out of the kitchen. Arms and legs not in the correct positions. Some disjointed. Too many joints. Not enough joints. Joints going in the wrong way. Running. Full sprint at the noise. And he slams the door shut. The ambient sound returns as you hear the screams of this man. And then silence. What do you wish to do?
Cry? What the fuck? I feel bad now. So, okay, before she says anything, get the hell out away from that house.
No,
Nowhere near it before she even makes a noise. Just like, feet to the concrete, get the fuck out. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh.
very unlike him, but he's gonna do it. Viv stands there and stares at this house for what seems like forever. He has a holy symbol. He's gonna for once not even drop to his knees, but like he gets down on his knees. He also has some holy water. That bitch is gonna start praying.
So, you've done this once or twice in your life. Never one to give your life nor your attention to the gods. But when you've done it, you've felt some sense of fulfillment, some sense of together. As you kneel down with your holy symbol in hand, this is the first time that you felt empty. You felt the crushing realization of nothingness. Whatever God you pray to has no business here, nor will it intervene in these matters.
We're fucked.
Grab your holy water to go to sprinkle it, and it seems like it evaporates before it ever touches anything.
We should have asked him about the symbol.
You can totally go and ask him now.
No! I'm already halfway down the street. What are you talking about? I didn't wait.
Sir,
I feel like
I have more questions.
Wait, one more question.
I feel like he does. He like prays to pray, but in a way, he prays out of more so respect.
Yeah. This is the first time that you feel like whatever respect you were giving, not an issue of wrong respect, an issue of whoever you were giving that respect to not wanting it from this place. You were offering your time in this area to whatever deity you're praying to, and they are denying it. They are saying, not here, not from this place, any other place, any other time.
We've been abandoned.
In this place, yes, you have been. I wish one of you guys were a cleric. It
It would have been.
You would have walked in here and be like, this is not healthy. But we get this moment, which is powerful in itself.
Just the absolute naivety of it all is just. In a way, it's still awful, at least for Cass, because her entire world revolves around telling stories and talking. The idea that she can't do that is, like, horrifying.
If you guys want to go there,
Yeah.
get answers for questions you can't actually ask.
I don't know if I want to go there anymore. We just gotta kind.
You just go to the driver. Actually,
I've changed my mind. Your friend is probably dead.
Yeah, I feel like hide's a good idea.
Well, the only reason we were going to the church... Well, we should probably be together before we start talking again. I'm gone. I fucked off.
leaving the property.
I've been gone.
I feel like Novum would have stayed a little longer, but like not like approaching the door, but just like kind of like processing what he's seen and heard while staring at the doorway, because like it's like practically, if to her it feels like a new world, like she just went through a different plane, so to speak, kind of like a metaphor. And it's just the wife's mouth being shown shut, combined with her just going full on possessed demon mode and just needed an exorcism while hurling towards the husband at full speed, and him just like making that sacrifice of making a single noise to get them out. I think she just stands there for a bit, processing it, knowing that whatever what she just saw is literally on the other side of a wooden door that's unlocked, mind you.
It is unlocked.
Yeah, he didn't lock it again.
Oh yeah, because it's too late. He couldn't. And so like once like that realization of like, oh shit, the door is still unlocked, she would start taking some steps back before fully leaving the property.
Vivian thinks along the same lines of what was seen in the sacrifice that the guy made, and all that he can think about is he threatened the guy.
Oh no! Oh my god, imagine if I actually broke the door!
You guys didn't even get his name.
You can ask the dwarf.
Why do you make it worse? I'm gonna cry!
I will say, Viv, through your experience of living, this is the first time you've seen something, and you've seen a lot. This is the first time you've seen something that generated nothing but a flight response.
Yeah.
This is the first time where there was no possibility of fight. It was preserve personal life as much as possible.
He feels really guilty is an understatement. He's, without lack of a better word, crushed, in a way. He's not angry. He's not, I don't even think he's sad. He's just kind of guilty. He feels guilty. Like, really fucking guilty. Not only because he, with everything that he's experienced, this being the one time where it's like flight, between fight or flight, but it takes him back to how he used to be with helping people, and him not being able to help in this situation. It's definitely one of those things he's going to remember. And all he did was threaten the guy.
And now it makes a lot of sense when you threaten him. He's like, look, whatever you're gonna do to me ain't shit. That's
She'd
word.
literally kill him, and he'd be like,
Thank you.
Bless.
it's a blessing.
So what's
Well.
the move?
Wherever you... So, I know since I kind of ran, like, literally just immediately left and everyone kind of stayed for a minute, she would have went... Because they don't have, like, an inn or anything, so she would have just went back to where the carriage was.
Yeah.
And she's just, like, sitting against the carriage, like, probably not even against it. She's probably, like... Actually, are there any, like, wooded areas? Like, at least just, like, a couple dense trees?
There's some artificially placed trees. Nothing natural.
That's not good enough.
But there's like a little park that has a few trees and stuff like that.
She'd probably go there instead. She'd just be, like, in nature, essentially, whether it's fake or not. And I like to think in where she's from, whenever, like, someone died or there was, like, something sad, they would, like, tell a story or play a song. And seeing as she can't tell a story, she's just gonna sit there and play, like, this most mournful song she can remember on her flute thing. Just sitting in the middle of the trees, just, like, probably eyes closed, just play. Because that's her way of not apologizing, but, like, honoring, I guess.
Another thing that Viv thinks about is, not only did he threaten the guy, but he didn't even respect him enough to sit down.
You're an awful person! We're awful people!
We're a very dysfunctional group.
We are the villains.
We create villain origins for other people.
Yeah.
Let me just go change my alignment real quick to fucking evil.
Do our alignments change?
I'm already
You
chaotic. I think I'm chaotic neutral.
You definitely have a moment where you think about what you witnessed. That could change your moral standing, whether or not you believe that law is the law and it should be followed, or if you're like to each his own. Seeing someone effectively sacrifice themselves to something that you've never seen or could fathom existing definitely would rock that whole to each his own mindset that you might have. Whether or not it changes your alignment, that's up to you. That's part of character development.
This situation in itself is probably like
It's a grounding moment.
it's definitely gonna make Vivian think. about a lot of things.
And just imagine if the prince was there.
We-
We'd have been done.
We've hurt that poor soul enough.
Yeah.
He's still got to travel with us too. That poor thing. We've broken him how many times over? He did not need to see that.
So as you guys kind of wrap up, find each other, find whatever place you need to have a moment, you look around and you start noticing posters.
I don't want to go look
Definitely weren't there when you arrived or when you walked to whatever spot you were in.
Oh God,
You
no.
see posters underneath the tree that you were on, knowing full well that you would have heard someone nail a poster.
Oh, it's like nailed to the tree?
It's nailed to the tree.
Okay. Posters.
And it mentions a carnival coming to town near you.
Does it
Music,
have a date?
dancing. It doesn't. It just says soon. It has a picture of an owlbear. It has a picture of 2 eyes with stars around them. It has a picture of what you could assume a strong man, and a picture of a crystal ball. And at the very bottom, it says, "We hope to see you to join in the carnival." And that is where we'll end it.
For
For this
fuck's sake!